All right, welcome everybody. Back for another episode of the Parliament Pod. We got all of our friends and family with us. How you feeling, guys? How's everybody feeling?
What up, y'all boy?
Fantastical.
Chilling.
I see
I'm
you over there
just
looking at your
that
phone,
mod out
Tave.
of
This nigga
video.
Tay.
My hey, what's going on, party
I'm,
people?
I'm gonna have to take your phone if you look at it again,
Yeah,
bro.
take your phone,
This is
take your
serious
phone.
work here in the
Yeah,
Parliament.
What's going on, party people?
Hey, y'all
I
ever
love
let a
y'all.
teacher? Y'all ever had a teacher take your phone back in the day? Like, hey,
I had a teacher take my Game Boy, bro. I was playing the Game Boy in class.
You was one of them kids? Damn.
Yeah,
Cuz took
bruh.
my shit. I said, he's like, what? Stand up, be a man, say it. I was like 12. Like, stand up, be a man, say it. I was like, nigga, that's nice. I said something I forgot, but I was a fucking man that day. I know that for sure.
Bro,
Come
one
on, bro.
time,
You
I
was
remember
12.
one time a teacher took my cell phone in class, bruh, and like in front of everybody was like, "Give me your phone." And I gave it to her like a bitch, and then I'm like, "All right, fuck it." You know, she's a teacher. Then another nigga, some shit happened. She was like, "Up, give me your phone." He was like, "No, you don't pay my bill. Like, you ain't finna take my phone." And that bitch was just like, "Well, I guess I can't take his phone." And I was like, "Damn, I didn't know.
that was an
I
option.
didn't think it worked." That's some
Where
fuck
is the
shit.
justice?
That was an
Right, I'm
option.
like, hey, give me my shit
Damn.
back.
Yeah, no,
Hell,
you gotta uprise after that.
I was hot about that shit.
your mom gotta come get the phone.
Right. Moms, man, talk to this bitch. Tell her what.
Oh
I ain't, never
man.
had, I ain't never had no phone back then, so she couldn't take shit.
Yeah, I didn't get my phone to the 12th grade.
Hey, when
I
everybody
had a phone in middle school.
Hey,
Two old.
she walking at out and just balling up notes like, nigga, stop
Oh
writing shit.
I was
Stop writing
definitely a
shit
note
to
nigga.
these bitches.
Yeah, that was me. I was definitely a note
get
nigga for
their first
sure.
cell phone.
Shit, I didn't get my cell phone till I was a freshman in college, and I paid for that bitch.
Damn.
Damn.
Same story for
I
me,
mean,
but it was
really, he
senior in
wasn't
high
missing out
school.
on shit. No, honestly, all that shit was a tracking device.
And I had that bitch for all of 2 months, and I went back to not having one. If I wanted
That
to
explains
steal nigga,
so
I
much.
pulled up on them.
That explains so much. I've actually had my same phone since ninth grade and the same phone number.
Nigga, I had a phone since 7th grade, same number, nigga. What's up?
Same
Yeah, I had a
Them
phone in
niggas,
seventh
them
grade,
niggas
same
still
number
calling,
too.
niggas still
Oh my
calling
god.
One
from
Bruh,
middle
phone.
as a
school and
nigga who
shit.
got it in senior year of high school, I had realized that everybody else had a phone way longer than I did, and they understood the workings of, oh, I gotta text people all the time, and I gotta do this and that. Like, nigga, when you didn't have that shit, like, nah,
So
I'll see
wait,
you when I
so
see
I
so
you.
wait,
remember
so
I remember
how did
Alton
y'all
got
coordinate
that.
with y'all friends in high school?
Shit.
can't
I was, you were in high school, you was around them all the time.
Right. Or you was around a nigga who was in touch.
My best friend had the car, so that was like the home base, like the nigga with the car. So I'm
Yeah.
always there, bro. Not that he was
Yeah.
my best friend because he had a car. It just dropped that junior year, and niggas like we had a shit went up from junior year on.
Hey, so don't do that with your lips. That's to make them shits look engorged when you focus in on them.
I was very much so a loser, but it was like one of those cute kind of losers, like a teen movie where you get to
Nigga,
be girl at
don't
the
ever
end,
say you was a
grow out
cute
of it.
loser, nigga.
bro. Look,
Let my nigga get his shit off, please, bro.
But
actually, I think
I had a
that's a
phone
good.
early as fuck. I had a phone early as a bitch.
How you get it? Was it like a birthday present, or your mom was
Hell
like, "You
yeah,
gotta
nigga.
have this, or else you're gonna die out in the
Nah. It was like a gift. It was like, hey, you
Mhm.
get this Metro. I had the Metro joint early on.
Oh
Damn,
yeah,
I didn't know Metro was around back then.
It
Yeah, nigga, I
was.
had the
Yeah.
Metro, $50 a month. I ain't pay shit. And
nigga
I
playing
switched
Snake
that
all
bitch
in
over to
class.
I switched that shit to Sprint, like high
Mm.
school.
I came in the game with a Sprint phone. Mom Deuce like, here you go.
I had 18. I had singular
She said,
wireless.
"Here you go, hit the streets, give them this
Y'all,
blow."
y'all,
Bruh,
y'all, y'all niggas ain't know what it was like to trap off the goddamn house phone. You got to listen for your mama on the other beep on the other line and
oh
make sure she
nah, I
ain't.
remember that. Hold on
Yeah,
now.
bro.
I remember that now. Hey, I used to tell my babies, I used to be like, look, if you want to talk to me, you gonna have to call me. But look,
Call me, hang
call
up,
me
and
and
don't
hang
call you
up.
back.
Like, don't call, like call and let that be ring one time.
Yeah,
And I'm
hang
gonna
up,
call
and
you
I'm
maybe
gonna
10
know it was
minutes
you.
later. You
Yeah,
feel
Why
me?
would
mhm.
you
Yeah,
phone?
yeah. That's how I used to do it.
Why would
I
you?
know. I just told them babies to call me and all, but all we was on three-way heavy. We was on
This nigga
three-way
Tabe
heavy
had a
back
phone.
then.
Tabe was one of them niggas with his own phone line in the room. You'd be like, damn, nigga, your people got your own
Right.
Tave had the
What
cool
you
guy
expect me like
hamburger
that?
phone from Arnold.
this bitch, bro. We
My
making
mama,
shit
my mama
happen.
knew
You
better.
see?
My mama
I think I was the
definitely.
progenitor of online dating. Like, nah, email me. Like, here's my email. Here's my AOL. Let's chat when I
But
get home.
Motherfucking email me.
Oh,
I
bro, I still got the email logs from my old Gmail of, oh, what are you doing today? Like some real innocent 15-year-old
ASL
shit.
age. What was it? What was ASL? Age,
ASL.
location.
Mm-hmm.
I've never used that. That's how you know you finna get pedophiled when you.
Yeah, that's that to catch a predator shit. Yeah, it definitely is.
I was like, what the fuck is ASL? I've never heard
Yeah,
that shit before in my life.
to catch a
Oh,
predator
you ain't
shit.
never
That's
get into
exactly what it is.
AOL
I
chat
was no,
rooms.
I was on AIM. I was on AIM. And I had this relationship with this. I probably was getting catfished more of the time. 10, 11, had a little AIM relationship.
Bro, you remember in middle school, AIM was like a thing, bro. You wanted to be talking to
Yeah.
your friends, you wanted them to be talking to you and shit. Like it was a
Yep.
whole thing. Like, nigga, what's up? Like,
And
yeah,
it
that
was even worse because they had the little bubble letting you know if they were online or not. And it's like, how you online? You ain't said shit to me. Like, am I nothing to you?
Right. As I browse through Disney Channel games.
Oh, bro, Cartoon Network, Disney Channel games used to be so fucking lit, bro.
Oh,
I remember going to the library to play them bitches sometimes.
Ooh.
Going to the library to play goddamn games is sick,
right.
bro.
Or poor. Some of us had to go.
Yeah, bro. Some of us had to go, but I wouldn't know nothing about that, bro. You had
Yeah.
laptops on top of
Yeah, bro, I ain't
laptops.
gonna lie. We had a computer. We had a computer early on too, nigga. I
Yeah,
had,
nah, I ain't gonna lie. I
Yeah.
got one too.
I had that bitch in the crib.
Around this
I
time.
remember high school,
To the
yeah.
house.
Yeah, like high school, we had one in the house because I had to for like work and shit. But that AOL dial-up shit was the fucking worst. But you knew that shit back then. Like, bro, this can't be top-notch technology, bro. This shit take way too fucking long.
But that's all we knew, so it
Yeah, that's
was.
all you know, right?
I'm gonna be
Exactly.
real,
That
bro.
shit,
I had that same
bad.
shitty
You hear
computer
that?
y'all talking about, and I was downloading shit in middle school, all on LimeWire, downloading fucking
You hear that?
Game
I
Boy
see. I
Advance.
didn't know about LimeWire until like high school.
Oh, you
Yeah.
sleep?
Yeah,
I
I
learned it
wasn't
from my
really on
brother.
that. I wasn't really on that bit till high school either, bro. I used to have a little whiteboard that I would pay $1 to make me CDs. I would bring him like a
Yup.
list of songs, and he would come back the next day with a CD for me. I'd be like, bro, here go this $1.
My
Bro. I appreciate you.
first,
That's my nigga.
I gotta tell y'all a story. So my first rap CD that I got was Chicken and Beer.
Oh,
But
ludicrous. Yeah.
I originally wanted the actual CD. I ended up having to go to my homeboy Tevin, who sold CDs for $1. But my nana, when we went to Kmart, had it in hand, ready to go, had it on the register. The
Right.
lady was like, "Oh, you have to be 18 or older and get your parent consent in order to buy the CD." So my nana, looking at me, she was like, "Well, you
Why
ain't
you-
getting a CD because one, it got beer on the front of it, and
Right.
two,
Ah,
if you're 18 to get it, you don't need to have it." So I was like, "Fuck, man, what I'm gonna do? This Ludacris album, like I want this shit."
That shit slid too.
That shit was a good album.
I think the
wait,
first.
how did it end? How the fuck did it end?
Oh, but they put
Didn't
that
get
bitch
it.
right the fuck back, and the next day I went.
Bro,
Damn.
how the fuck, grandma? How you gonna pick it up and bring it all the way to the register?
You
And
seen
I
what?
had
You seen the
it.
cover?
oh,
You
you
seen,
had it tucked.
Yeah.
Oh, you were supposed to steal it. It was
Oh,
supposed to. You supposed to stuff it. You're not supposed to put it in your pocket. You were supposed to bend and store that. You had all the time walking around the stove.
I
You
couldn't
had the
steal.
whole time.
Them things had the little tracker on the inside. You can't steal the CD.
I was a smart
Asia,
kid.
Asia
I
wasn't
knew
no
my
thief anyway. She
parents
heard he got caught for stealing that necklace from Kmart.
Right, y'all remember this? It's always fucking Kmart. I'm glad that shit.
yeah. You stealing from Kmart? You might well go and steal some pharmaceuticals out of Food Line. What the fuck is you doing?
Don't act like Kmart. Kmart was the ish back in the
yeah,
day.
I ain't gonna lie. We was in Kmart a lot.
Niggas was in Kmart a lot. Okay.
I don't remember Kmart being the ish back in the day, man.
I think
Niggas in
niggas who was
Jacksonville
in
was a save a
Kmart,
lot.
niggas who was in
Niggas in
Kmart a
Jacksonville
lot,
was
be in
a
Target a lot
premium.
now.
Exactly. Niggas that was in Kmart is now in
I don't be in Target, and I wasn't
Oh.
in Kmart, so
You sleep on
Target
Target.
got that shit.
Target
I
is
be
the
a Target
Publix of
heavy, man.
department
Honestly.
You
stores.
sleep. Target get all my goddamn bread.
Target, like Costco, bro. Them the motherfucking places for me, G.
I
I
went
bet
to
they
Target
owned
for
by
Mother's
black
Day. That's the
people.
only reason to go to Target is for my motherfucking mama, bro. You be like, all right, this is a mother type of store. I'm gonna get some shit in here.
Costco, Publix, and Target, G. Top 3 stores.
Publix, nigga, what? Walmart? Walmart not on the list. I just don't understand.
Man, nah, fuck no, don't Walmart out of the goddamn list.
Damn, niggas don't fuck
Walmart
with
give you
Walmart,
entertainment and low prices, bro.
Walmart did me right. Walmart did me right.
I
I bought my shotgun from Walmart. They did me right.
know you getting like a real nigga price. It's like your homeboy opened up a store. It's like your homie opened up a store. You like, bro, you just come in and get some
Yeah,
shit.
just come pick this shit up, bro. I don't care what you give me. Just come pick this shit up.
And they
Walmart,
kind of beg for you to steal some
Walmart is the
shit.
cousin that got everything. Walmart's like, oh man, my cousin got that. You go
Right.
to
Hey man, my cousin got
and-
5 of them in the garage, man. I can go get one if I wanted to, bro.
Walmart.
And he gonna
I'm
look out on
definitely
the price.
in an uppity nigga status, bro. I'm like,
That's why that nigga said Publix. Jesus.
Right.
Oh.
Like I don't even buy groceries from Publix.
I
what
bought
about you got groceries from?
I ain't finna let y'all shit on Publix like that. Publix
and
shit
my
that
meat.
shit.
Hey, brother.
I bought my fruit and my meat from Publix, but everything else I go to Winn-Dixie, so I go to Walmart to get.
Hey, the people who own Publix, I know this girl who like worked for the like one of the owners or like some lady who was like really like a millionaire in the Publix, and she was talking about how Donald Trump be all at her house and shit and having dinners and shit like that.
Yeah, bro, he be down there in South Florida heavy.
Fuck Publix, man.
I mean, yeah, if we wasn't on lockdown, every now and again you would see that motorcade.
If it wasn't for the cakes, if it wasn't for Publix cakes, nigga, they'll go under. Motherfucker.
They can open a public sub and chicken shop on their own.
But Publix is the Chick-Fil-A equivalent, bro, of grocery.
Nah, you tripping now. The chicken.
I'm telling you,
Chick-fil-A
G.
ass.
The chicken good though. What did you say, JD?
Wait, what you say?
Chick-fil-A ass. Timestamp this.
Chick-fil-A ass. Boy, I slapped me through this goddamn computer, but you sound
Yeah,
crazy.
you defend your corporate overlords.
You sound crazy.
I do eat ass.
If
That's not a
anything,
joke.
if Chick-fil-A is guilty of anything, is guilty of being basic. It's basic chicken.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
for sure.
Okay, there you
Everyone
go,
knows
Jade.
that Chick-fil-A,
I'll take that.
Chick-fil-A for the sauce. Like you don't go to Chick-fil-A and be like, oh, I just want
Yeah.
chicken Chick-fil-A. You go there for the sauce.
With no sauce, and I ain't gonna lie. Recently, within the last few days, this girl put me onto the sweet and the siracha sauce that they got. They got a sweet and sour sriracha sauce, my nigga. Oh lord,
Anything that sriracha gonna slap.
it's like a spicy Polynesian. That shit hard.
My Chick-fil-A story, right, bro? Me and my ex, we used to eat that shit a lot, and she loved honey mustard. She loved the honey mustard sauce. And then one day she switched it up, and she's like, "Oh my god, the Chick-fil-A sauce is good, right?" She's like, "Yeah, my homie put me on the Chick-fil-A sauce."
What nigga put you on the different sauce? That's my first.
Yeah,
one.
so and the nigga who put on different sauces, nigga, she ended up cheating on me with. I should have known right there, G.
Whoa.
Hey, what nigga put you on the different sauce?
Bro, that's how you know. Bro. As soon as she start liking other niggas' opinions and adopting them as her own.
Right, you gotta throw away. You gotta throw away after that. She's done. She done.
You belong to the streets, baby.
I'm gonna be real. That might be the title of the episode. That is crazy.
You know damn well we a honey mustard household. Put that goddamn Chick-fil-A
Put that
sauce.
goddamn that Polynesian bag. Who the fuck told you to get this Polynesian sauce?
The real sauce is the honey roasted barbecue. Don't say I ain't warn y'all.
Yeah, that shit is good.
Honey
That's
roasted.
on the limited.
The one thing about barbecue sauce is that I'm like, I was fucking with them as a kid. That was like the salt. That was just like what you get is barbecue sauce. But as an adult, bro, that shit too tangy. That shit like acid, my nigga. Like
It's because you're not getting Sweet Baby Ray's, the one barbecue sauce that's always gonna slap.
I'm talking about like barbecue sauce you would get like at a restaurant. Like,
Oh yeah, that should be trash.
Like, hey, let me get the barbecue sauce with the nuggets. Like, what you want with your nuggets? Barbecue sauce. And it tastes like ass. It's like, what the? I'm dipping my nuggets in battery acid, cuz.
I've never been a barbecue sauce fan since I was a jit, bro. It's always been honey mustard.
Yeah, I know people like that. I'm getting into honey mustard now. So yeah, I guess it's more of a
honey mustard, that condiment. G.
If I go to a cookout and you give me your chicken with barbecue sauce already on that bitch, I'm gonna assume you can't cook because you trying to mask the goddamn seasoning without the more sauce. I don't like that.
Bro,
Give me
barbecue
the
chicken
sauce on the chicken, bro. Don't put the sauce on my chicken already, bro. Don't do
Dry
that.
rub? What the fuck is you doing?
Yeah. Let me get that.
This
Let me
nigga
get
out
that.
want to be served with a little side sauce of barbecue sauce. Like,
Yeah,
Hey, bro, why we on the conversation of grilling chicken, Asia, baby? Stop putting that aluminum foil on the grill, baby. Don't do that.
Oh my
Ain't nothing wrong
god,
with the-
that's a black people staple that I hate
ain't
too,
nothing wrong
bro.
with the
Put that bitch on the
aluminum
grill.
foil man.
Wait,
Give
why
me
you
the
not
give me the darkness.
Because you gotta get the smoke. The smoke gotta touch the chicken. That's a flavor. You
That's
fucking
like
it
putting
up.
aluminum foil on a
smoke
cast
in
iron
the
skillet.
aluminum foil so the smoke can get to the chicken?
To the
You
chicken.
gotta let that shit hit that grill, but let it get them char marks on it and everything.
I'm gonna be real. My daddy never used aluminum foil, so I won't use aluminum foil. And
Come
my
on,
son,
You disrespect that man.
Who gonna be out there scrub? Who gonna be out there scrubbing this
guy?
goddamn grill to get this
Right, I'm not
motherfucker clean? I'll be damned.
scrub it, that bitch on fire.
You
Also, I mean, I ain't gonna lie. I will lay my meat on whatever is on my
Wait,
grill.
it depends on. Are we talking about your own grill or like one of those
It's
beach
your-
grills that's nasty as fuck?
It's your own
Let's
grill.
say you at a
Your own grill,
grill.
put it on the goddamn grill.
either
Yeah, not the
one.
park grill. Cause they gonna
What
tell them what
about your
nigga don't on that shit.
your apartment complex grill?
Ew.
No,
Nah.
that's different. Not
Bro,
as
Oh,
me
now
and
y'all,
Steve,
now
bro,
y'all.
me
You
and
can clean
Steve.
it. No. Don't get me wrong. I cleaned the grill before I put my slap my meat on that bitch.
Is it an apartment complex grill that's nice or an apartment complex grill that's in the
It
ground?
shouldn't matter.
If it's an apartment complex grill with white people, you know they don't wash their meat. So you gotta put the condom on the grill, bro. You
But
gotta
the,
put
but
the
the
I'm gonna be
condom.
real.
fire, but
Get
the
your own
fire, my
grill and
nigga.
go raw dog.
What happened to the? We got to get the flavor. What happened to the flavor?
That shit ain't worth it. That shit ain't worth the
Oh,
Nella.
okay.
It ain't worth the
Okay. I
salmonella.
was
It
saying,
ain't
I
worth
will
it.
continue to put
I'm gonna be
aluminum
real.
foil.
Hey, do
You
y'all
go get
wash
one
y'all
of them.
chicken?
Why you putting a condom on your own grill? You the only nigga that cook on it.
Because I
Cause it's
want to
Asia. That's Asia. She gonna put a condom on anything.
Me too,
plus
guys.
plus two for Tay. Plus two for Tay.
Me too, guys. Hashtag.
Hey, y'all niggas wash y'all chicken?
Yes. Yes, bro.
No.
I'm
How
loving
do
this
you
black
wash
ass content, by the way.
How do you wash your chicken?
You gotta
Minimally.
have the lemon, apple cider vinegar, and salt. Put that in the put that.
Video going around where it's just in the sink, chicken the drumlets.
Were they seasoning it in the
And they
sink?
seasoning it
In the
in the thing and the
Correct.
whole thing, and they mixing it up. And
I have a
people
strong
were
opinion about
responding.
this.
People were responding, disgusting. Like, what are you doing? There's so
I
many
don't know if
germs.
it's
How
not
else how
disgusting.
you supposed to season 20 pounds of fucking chicken?
Yeah. These aren't people who cook in bulk. Clearly,
Yeah,
you
like
were
that's the
saying.
only place that can hold that much chicken.
Not really.
I have
You can get
absolutely
bowls.
seen
You
my
can get
mom
your own
seasoning some
fucking
chicken in
bowls.
You get 4 fucking big ass bowls
You
that
can
do
get
the
2
chicken
big
in?
popcorn bowls and
No, bro, I'm
equal
not
6
doing that.
Definitely do it. It's a
I'm
thing.
not.
Hey,
I'm not
I haven't seen niggas season chicken in the sink brush since undergrad. I'm gonna be real with you.
Bro, you just wash the
It
sink
was
out,
questionable as fuck.
and
I
then you
just
put the
Okay,
chicken in.
what's the worst that could happen?
When I saw it, the only thing that really pissed me off about the whole video is you wasting seasoning, because you like
That.
literally get seasoning in like the sink and it's not all getting on the meat. So it's like
Who using 100% of the damn seasoning bottle? Like, nobody ever does
not
that.
100%.
Oh, they was seasoning the
Still
fuck out of this
wasting the
video.
Yeah,
seasoning
they
in
were
the
seasoning,
sink.
and that was just one side, my nigga. They hadn't even
Yeah,
to get
boy.
the other side.
Hey,
Niggas was like, go
It's
get
just
the
like
other bottle.
seasoning.
I ain't gonna lie. I wouldn't. I would eat the chicken if I knew who made it, but like I'm not gonna eat everybody's food. But if it's in the sink, that don't bother me at all, bro.
Yeah,
Like,
that's
Have you
awesome,
never
bro.
seen somebody like do they turnip greens like in the sink and shit, and they
My-
washing them in the sink? I mean, that's the same fucking thing.
but they never season it in the sink though.
Yeah, they're not seasoning, but they're food prepping
Yeah,
in the sink. It's
food
a
prepping
food
in the
prep
sink.
thing.
I see, yeah.
I gotta see you clean the sink though first. Like you can't have dirty dishes on the other side of the sink. Like the other side,
Yeah, for sure. You
other
can't
side
have dirty dishes on
clean.
it gotta be a clean ass sink.
Other than that, like we good. That's how my mom.
and also it can't be on the garbage disposal side. You can't be like
No,
doing shit on
no,
the side with the garbage disposal.
hell
Nah,
no.
that's a big no.
That's a big
Y'all
no.
talk
That's
about
negative.
that shit, and y'all niggas ain't been in the kitchen.
Because all that's
And
gonna happen is
probably
a fucking leg gonna fall through the thing, and you just gonna
And you
pull
gonna
it
pick
out.
that bitch back up.
Yeah, she's still straight. Nigga.
Mm.
that's how they cook.
And then he throw it on the grill raw dog.
So that
And
bitch
y'all
get
I know, right?
all was
art
days.
imitating life, bro. Art
I'm gonna
imitating.
be real, G. I think that nigga out there have my cookie, bro. He don't live to tell another day.
Oh
bro.
nah, yeah, that shit. I ain't gonna hold you. I ain't even gonna hold you. Tell you that bit hit. I ain't gonna hold
Thank
you.
you.
But
Thank
look
you.
at this guy. It clearly lowered the quality of his life. He looked like a dead man walking, bro. Look at him.
Bro, I look great, bro.
All right, I think we had enough chicken talk. I love this black ass content, by the way. Let's get into the topics. How you guys feel about Jason Derulo? I know we talked about him last week. Everybody hated him, and now they love his ass. I see him all over Twitter again in the most positive aspect, doing his little dance, doing a little
King Unbothered.
He cannot be sunk, and he didn't respond to it. He didn't say anything negative. He just kept doing his shit, and now he has a bunch more followers, and everybody love him. And I think that's like indicative of social media. The hate to love cycle is just so fast right now.
Just give me a recap of what that nigga did.
Nothing.
He made a bunch of TikTok videos like dancing stupidly, if I may say so. So people was killing him for that. Like he making these head ass videos like dancing and shit. But so they was killing him for that, and then he just kept like uploading them bitches, and now like bitches love him.
And now he's the king of TikTok. He's like I don't want to say one because I might be wrong, but let's say he's in the top 3 and has something around 15 million followers on there.
Yeah, I think he's the number
TikTok
one.
is racist at that. TikTok suppresses black people, and they said that. Like, that shit's crazy.
Yeah, he the number one male.
But Jason Derulo's not black people. Come on now.
He's not. He's not. But
he's a superstar.
He is what white people want to hear. He's a superstar. These crackers want to hear.
I ain't gonna let you disrespect Jason Derulo, Tave.
Jason Derulo from South Florida, though. I feel
South Florida legend.
Take your king, Joe. He from South Florida. South Floridian.
South Florida legend. What the fuck?
Hey,
like
right up there with Rick Ross.
Him and Sammy, South Florida legends.
Look at that. Right. I ain't even laugh at all. Right up there with Rick Ross.
Motherfucking D-list.
I was gonna say Flo Rida for sure, but
hey, Flo Rida's a legend too. If we giving people their flowers, like Flo Rida has sold millions on millions of copies, and moms love him. He's amazing.
That shit sick. But
it's a lady who got his ringtone at my job.
Niggas still got song ringtone. Bro, confiscate her phone next time you go back to work, bro. Just snatch that shit.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie, my little sister phone rang and it was like an old Chance song, and I was like, "Hey, you too old for that shit. You need to just have a regular ring. Like, what do you?"
Nah, she too young for that, bro. That niggas don't do that. She's too young to have that, bro. Like, niggas,
she is too young.
Crazy, bro.
Too old and too young at the same time. Huh?
Are they bringing back ringtones or ringtones making a resurgence?
Fuck no. I mean,
have y'all ever called somebody and got a ring back tone?
That shit is hard. That shit is always hard. I always appreciate that. I
caught one recently, like last week, and I was like, "Oh shit, they still do ring back tones." It was like some Keith Urban shit.
Back instantly to 2006, and I don't think I like that. I don't think I like that shit.
Cause it's like, damn, you really thought of me.
Blackjack boys, get on the floor and just make some.
I feel like niggas who got ringback tones, bro, are over 35.
Yes, bro. They got to be from my age.
Like my uncle got them bitches, bro.
Dave got one.
I think Ari Lennox needs to make a TikTok.
Stop trying
I could honestly see myself having one later in life, maybe.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Like maybe
it's an old nigga thing. Like, that's why.
Fuck y'all. I want to have my favorite song play when my goddamn text come in.
And I might bring back, if I get real comfortable, I might bring back me talking on my voicemail.
You got to. Oh, act like you have
yeah, for real.
I'm gonna be real. I still got that same voicemail from college.
Had the music playing in the back.
Hey, y'all turn it down. Hello.
See, but the worst thing about talking on the voicemail is that you quickly you forget like about it. You know what I'm saying? And then that just be your message for years. You gotta keep up with it and be like, nah, bro. Every year.
Now when you get
I got a new voice. I'm gonna record this in my new voice. You feel me?
Yeah. Now you get job interview calls and they call you now they listening to this childish ass shit. You might not get a job because of that bullshit.
Right.
I was saying you want to hear the bitches in your voice.
You still got that old voicemail like, hello? I'm just bullshitting.
Leave a message, nigga. Hey, we all on topic of shit, man. What's up with the Jason Derulo shit, man? Because we done seen this happen before with celebrities. You know, it's like we done seen the celebrities get killed, and for a specific example, like Ari Lennox, like when they say she like a damn pit bull. She took offense to that. Clearly, because she's a woman and her looks are important to her, but she made a whole like 20-minute Instagram live video about it, and then guess what the internet did? Kept killing our ass about that shit. So it's a certain lesson that I think celebrities gotta learn. If you
Ari Lennox looked like the third cutest girl that work at Burlington. You know what I'm saying? Like she don't.
There might be some truth to that because you think you can get her. Like I think I could slide on Ari Lennox if I saw her in person and had a haircut.
that's kind of her charm. That's her charm though, but she doesn't accept that. Like she doesn't accept
Does she not
that
accept
about herself.
she is averagely cute, or that motherfuckers was calling her a pit bull? Like, there's not an
True.
equivalent.
Well,
I ain't never seen somebody who thought they were like the finest person walking like take it that hard. If somebody was like, "Oh, you look like a pit bull," like they'd be like, "Bitch, I look good." Like Ari Lennox could shit on anybody. Like
she
I
has,
don't.
she has insecurity.
What the fuck is averagely cute though?
Why it hit so hard? She's not secure about how she looks, which is why that hit so hard. Because she probably felt like, damn, I can see it, kind of shit. Which is why she
That
felt
shit hurt when you can see it.
I think in Ari's point, right? She grew up as a dark skinned woman. I think she already had some slights against her for being dark skinned to a woman.
Shot.
I wanna pause and
woman
dig into
shit.
this shot reaction. Please, shot. Tell us more.
I mean, bro, I feel like everybody go through their own shit. You know what I'm saying?
True.
Whether you dark, light, tall, short, skinny, fat, bro, people have made fun of you for your thing. So don't come at me with like, oh, I've grown up dark skinned, so I was picked on a little more. It's like, no, I was a fat nigga before, and people talked about you for being fat.
I was a light skinned chick.
Right.
I got picked on by the dark skinned people for being light.
Bruh,
Yeah.
Which
they
ain't
find
never
a way
happened.
to talk about you, no matter.
I ain't never seen no light skinned girl get called ugly. I'm sorry to say, but
Even when they are ugly, they don't get called ugly.
To you.
Now, but
no, I'm not even talking about me. I've never like heard that in passing. Like, oh, okay,
I've experienced it.
got you. And I can't speak to your experience, but I can say that I ain't never heard that shit.
But it's not the same struggle though. I mean, I ain't saying it's the exact same. Like, oh, people called you ugly. Well, people didn't call me ugly, but they called me things like
right.
Things they called me. What the fuck?
And to tack onto that, even if you
everybody-
change that thing, they'll find something else because that's the name of the game. Find the first thing that'll hurt.
People are gonna get on you about something. It's gonna happen. Period.
Mhm.
They're not just gonna be like, "Damn, you immune to that shit, bro." I mean, you just doing it.
You just that guy.
Yeah, like you got money, you look good. Like
I mean, people will do that. Actually,
Yeah, you can hate on a rich nigga. Oh, so you tired of fucking all the bitches? Oh, okay.
So all the bitches like you? Oh, okay.
All right.
You just a fucking whore.
Oh, okay.
But no, I think.
I think
with our situation, she allowed it to consume her, and no one likes a pity party. No one likes you to
Feeling sorry for yourself. Fuck all that. You grown.
Situation.
I have a stronger opinion on it.
Yeah,
I think that she missed her opportunity to jump to the next level because the way that social media works is you turn hate into engagement and engagement into love. And people were giving her the hate that were putting her, blasting her shit. People saw this video everywhere. All she had to do was stay calm about it, tweet some shit, maybe drop a new song and just ride the wave. And eventually, just like Derulo, she would have risen up to a next level. And it would have been like, why aren't we talking about Ari like we're talking about Doja Cat? And that would have been a new controversy to rise her even more. Like people love that hate cycle. That is the shit now. And if you can't handle that, you're not built for this. Get out of it.
Our PR team probably the worst. That was probably the worst role I ever seen.
But I don't think a PR team can just handle a person. So just now in this conversation, I think I got a new insight on it. Like I think she did too much social media shit, bro, to keep it a stack with you.
Yeah,
like she felt fame. Fame was like yeah, you're famous now, and it was like, oh shit. Now I'm finna, and she tweeted too fucking much. She was on IG Live all the time, and it just gives people more shit to pick apart about you. Like you're gonna slip up if that's all you do is just talk shit, and you don't have a direction, no real goal. She was just, oh, I get to be myself. I just get to say
you don't
shit. Smart,
she fell for it. She felt like like when you're a celebrity, like you get to be yourself and people will still like you. Nah, when you're a celebrity, you don't get to be yourself. Like
I mean, you do. You can.
You
You don't.
can, but most people don't.
You think Beyonce is herself? Like Beyonce didn't get to where she is by
Well,
being herself.
Beyonce is not all. She's also not on Twitter. Like, just here, I got tweeting 100 things today.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Where Ari's like, bro, why you are really like you just like us. You are Black Twitter. Like you are always on here, got an opinion about some shit. And
But
I can see her turning that into a thing. Like if she would have just kept up that same engagement, show them that you're not bothered. That's what women,
right,
in my opinion, on Twitter want to see is a strong woman who's like sees this shit and be like, bitch, that's not even in my radar. I'm unbothered
right.
and
Who
shit. Like
responds to
she could have
positive,
flipped
who
it so
responds to
hard,
negative
but
shit
you
with
need
positive things.
you need to be somebody who's dealt with that insecurity before. And a lot of I'm sorry, I'm gonna tag you in a second. Most people
She want a
don't
high
deal
five,
with that
nigga? What the
insecurity.
Oh, that's what you
Yeah.
yeah. Up like, what's up,
Dang.
my nigga?
when did we cancel Ari? Because her music still slap. So I don't.
do.
No, she not canceled. It's just that she didn't take advantage of that situation. Like I feel like the people who came in that situation hating her, she made it worse. Like she didn't turn anybody of them people onto the music. The people who fought Ari probably still fought her, but she didn't
Definitely still fuck with her.
turn in the swing votes. She didn't.
And the
do that.
people who follow Ari
Exactly.
still is the same people who follow Ari and NDRE.
There was
Yeah.
like 20 more
Right.
million eyes
If it
watching
was a
and she didn't
maybe,
grab
it was
enough of those 20
right.
million
Right.
extra eyes.
If you were on the fence, you are now like, nah, I'm good.
Yeah. He's like, yeah, I'm straight off that. Cause you on this bitch crying and blubbering about some shit I don't give a fuck about. I'm
I
straight off.
used to think the music was all right, but now that we kind of go through the
You off
tunnel,
that?
I'd be like, does her music slap like that? I mean, shit.
Once you start crying on the internet, people start
Hey,
questioning shit.
you off that?
You kind of be like, whatever, fuck that hoe.
Well, shit, now that we got Tave back, I think this is a good time to transition into our next topic, the world's new favorite game. Fuck your opinion.
Hey.
We out here.
I had to go.
boy.
I had to go cup up. G, glass up.
Nigga, you
This
got a
is
full thing of wine right there. A full thing of
Right.
Merlot, nigga.
I had to go get it. Yeah.
Oh, okay, hold on. I got some. 30 seconds.
oh man, I was about to ask Shot to explain it, so I'll try to do my best to explain his
Do
game.
it, nigga, do it.
Hey, put a cat on my screen that say hang in there.
Yeah, that's hilarious, bro. But all right. So fuck your opinion. We're going to present two differing opinions. These may or may not be what the individual owls feel that they believe, but they will defend their defend their position to the death, and we get to decide whose opinion is trash. And with that being said, I'm gonna take a drink and then I'm gonna introduce the first topic and hope Shot's back.
He won't be. Don't worry.
By the next taping, I'm going to get the Jason Derulo thing down. I'm gonna.
So follow Asia on TikTok. We'll put.
Follow me
I'm
on
surprised.
TikTok.
I'm surprised she don't got on her IG live already.
I don't go on IG Live.
Yeah,
Or
IG
IG
Live
story.
Why you don't go on IG Live, Asia? Why is that?
I have nothing to live about.
She ain't got nobody to battle. She ain't got no hits.
Did you get it?
Man, she should be sharing her whole fucking life
You told
on.
him what fuck your opinion
I
is?
really don't.
Excuse me,
Yeah.
Shot?
You told him what fuck your opinion is?
Yeah, we gave it the rundown. If they don't know, they can refer to our last episode, which I can say for sure is on the internet now. All right.
Link in bio. Link down below.
Hey, it's all
There
over
will
the
not
place.
be a link
Point
down
here,
below,
point
bro.
there.
All right, so our first opinion. Do you want to present it, Shad, since this was your idea?
Yeah, I guess, amidst all of the Boosie kind of thing happened with him and his kids and stuff. So just thinking about that, I kind of came to I actually saw it on Twitter. I ain't even gonna like take credit. Somebody was like, pretty much, if something happened to you horrifically, who would you rather raise your son, your young son, Boosie or Dwyane Wade? And I was like, damn, you gotta kind of sit and ponder that motherfucker for a second. So I figured I would bring it to the parliament and we can kind of discuss it.
All right, I'm gonna take the position of having Bootsy raise my chick and raise my jit in the event or something happened to me.
Tave, I see you bubbling. Do you want to be Wade or will I do Wade?
You can do it, Angel.
Look, it seems like
I'm all
everybody
fast
want to
with
sink
this.
their teeth into this shit. To be honest with you, because Asia look like she got some shit to say.
Yeah, Asia do got some shit to say.
All right.
I feel like on the last fucking opinion, it was mostly me. So I'm gonna take the back seat on this one.
Thank you, Tay. We appreciate that. We appreciate that.
Strong
No,
All
black.
right. I'll run with this one. Sorry to cut
You
Asia
never
off, but
know.
I'm sure she's gonna have some something
Oh
to,
yeah,
to
I'll be
jump
the
in
one
with.
with the female reason at the end. After
Please don't
everything.
call yourself that. Don't
Right.
hashtag that.
I like that.
Asia ain't never done that reasonable in her life.
All right. In lieu of ruining our next topics, let's start with this one. All right, Alton, we're gonna give you your minute on the clock. Tell us why Boosie should raise your child in the result of your horrific death in a plane crash in the Atlantic Ocean in 2021.
Okay. Might be 2020 shit. I'm supposed to be going to Colombia in November. We're gonna see how that turns
Oh, bro,
out.
I was joking. Please don't move your death up.
Fuck it. But shit. I feel like the position I'm gonna take is not gonna be in opposition to Dwyane Wade because I have no problem with how he raising his seed, but I just wanted to like in the grand scheme of kind of like the ethos of how like black men or black young boys are raised. What Boosie doing ain't that damn bad, you know what I'm saying? Like that shit happened a lot. Like I know people making a big fuss about he paying grown kids dick. Shit, them kids getting their dick sucked anyway. Like that, you know, some G shit. Like they getting their shit smacked anyway. So you might as well control the environment. You know what I'm saying? You paying a young lady to do it. She probably professional. You know what I'm saying? You controlling the environment, make sure he's safe. You know what I'm saying? He probably in the house getting done. You know what I'm saying? I feel like it's a win-win situation. You know what I'm saying? I understand like legally how it might be wrong because she's an adult.
Okay, Alan. Okay, I don't mean to interrupt your point. I just want to ask questions. I like to,
Go ahead.
being in the peanut gallery, I like to, get my questions answered.
Go ahead.
So
I'm gonna sway you. I'm gonna sway you over here.
got you. I understand what you're saying as far as they getting their shit smacked. Is that the term you use? They're getting their shit smacked.
Yes.
Look it up on Urban Dictionary. Thank you.
What would you said professionals like, so do you think that it's appropriate for a child to experience a prostitute, at a tender age?
Wait. How old was Boosie's son that we're referring to? How old was he?
And I believe it
let's
was
say
just like
13.
the song.
He said 12 or 13.
Let's say 13.
Okay, so 13. Yeah, I do believe that is more appropriate than a little 13-year-old girl who don't know what the hell she doing.
Oh,
It's about to
okay.
get turned into a meme.
Okay, so now that's what I'm saying, Al. So you're not gonna shit on the other side of the
No.
argument at all.
I have a question. I have a question for the guy.
Nah, shot. I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna just bolster the pros of my side, and I'm gonna let the opposition tear their own argument asunder.
Got you. I said, well, just like on dodgeball, just like on what's that dodgeball. That's a bold move. That's a bold strategy. Kyle. See how it pays off.
Hey, fortune favors the bold. I had a question for Mr. Boosie. So is nutrition big to you raising a child, Alton? Nutritional value?
Yes, I would say so.
Are you aware of the video a couple weeks ago where Boosie like took a video on IG Live because he shares everything in his life on IG Live, where he opens the fridge and that bitch is full of Garcia sausages and American cheese and Kool-Aid jammers?
Protein and carbs. Yeah, I like that. Not that may not have been the full extent of what he got his kids eating.
He opened the cabinets, and inside the cabinets were Maruchan noodles and chips. Shall I go to the bread box?
That nigga about to die here soon. He a diabetic.
I thought we were just referring to the the sexual accusations that was going on. I know we were talking about the cabinets.
Hey, objection.
Good point.
I mean,
Objection
just call up
relevant.
objection. Withdrawn.
No, I like that. I like that argument. We're talking about two people. We're talking about the totality of these people.
You're right. You're right. You're right. And actually I do change my position because if it's D Wade is married to a woman who who tears other people's marriages asunder. So we got to look at that. We got to. So now,
Get the fuck out of here, yo.
would you have your child being raised by a man whose wife eat ass, possibly kissing them in the mouth? Now your son eat ass. Now, what we
his wife was
This is what I wanted. This is the arguments that I wanted right here.
now what we talking about here?
Hey, look, to Boosie's defense, right? I just see something on Facebook. Boosie got his own water, right? He was talking about how his water the best water out there.
Yeah.
What does providing have to do with you paying a prostitute to have sexual relations with your 13-year-old son?
Hold on, Asia.
That's too serious.
Hold on.
Hold on.
Let me get back to this. So Boosie was testing. First of all, he can't be that bad because he got the best water in the game. He did a little pH test, and his water was more alkaline. Right?
This nigga Tay still talking about this water.
I'm gonna be real. Tave on to something because I saw that pH test in water, and I ain't bought no fucking Dasani since now.
See. Secondly, right? I look at it like this. It's to Al's point. We were all majority of us in here were, besides Asia, was all 13-year-old kids, and we used to when we masturbated the women older. We fantasized about older women. So in my mind, it wasn't you didn't, Joe?
No, sir. I always thought that was weird how people could find like women who were like, let's say we're 15 and niggas is talking like, oh, I would like fuck Beyonce or some shit. It's like Beyonce would never look at my 12-year-old ass.
Bro, Beyonce got sexualized
or sexually exposed early on, JD. And the men
that
have comments on this topic were.
Ooh, well, I was gonna say that my little 13-year-old pecker was pointing towards Hillary Duff and her little like 13-year-old. You know what? Let me not get into that.
Hillary, I don't call Hillary Duff the older than we were.
Joe, white women.
I did choose a white woman. I'm sorry, Black Jesus.
Is that the end of Alton's argument? Where are we at with that? Are you done? Now?
I'm done. I relinquish my time.
Thank you for cutting in, moderator shot, because I clearly lost.
I just wanted to know where we was at on the track.
All right, so
I'm ready to vote already. I feel like I'm ready.
Right, I ain't got hit.
All right, so since Alton wants to rely on lies and alleged slander, I'm going to tell you some good things about Mr. Wade and his wife, Mrs. Union. Mrs. Gabrielle, Mrs. Wade, as I shall say. As we all know recently from one of our last podcasts, had the boldness, the strength as a black woman to walk up to another black woman and say, your husband, I'm a big fan of his, and then marry that nigga a couple years down the line. Imagine having that type of female presence raise your kid, whether it be son or daughter. Do you want a bad bitch or a nigga who knows what women do? Or do you want somebody who is going to play INDEPENDENT to teach your kids how to spell? On top of that, clearly, Wade's sons know the bitches. Let me break it down for you. Okay. One of them is a basketball player. One of them is his nephew and also a basketball player. And the other one, Zaya Wade, the apple of the internet's eye, obviously knows girls, because who's going to switch over their gender without having a nice supportive group of girls around them? So now your kid is going to meet girls to either be a friend with or... Yeah.
I have a question.
Okay. You can cut me off. I receipt my time.
Yeah. I have a question for the defense. Just like I did for Boosie, I have a very, I have questions I need answered. With D Wade, what if you're dead and gone? You know what I'm saying? And now you have a child that's being raised by this man, and you remember what it was like being a child. You had dumb ideas every day. Every day you had a dumb thing that you were thinking about. What if D Wade is a guy who seems to just kind of give in to the whims of children? A child will tell him something, and he kind of just It's like, all right, I guess that's
Hey
what
dad,
it is.
hey dad, I want to be a unicorn today. All right, we gonna
Come on, guys. I don't think.
You know what
Do you
my
want
answer
your
to
child
that
to be
is?
raised by somebody who
Are you
enables
guys
them
shitting
to
me?
do things that aren't
There's a
possible?
difference between an enabler that will let them play Fortnite all day and an enabler who's a Hall of Fame basketball player with
Oh my
with
god.
dozens of millions of dollars to be able to indulge these little things that my dead ass wouldn't have been able to provide you. So if you want to be a unicorn, please ask rich Uncle Wade to make that happen because I ain't doing that shit for you. I ain't even gonna
Asia,
try to make it happen from
Asia, am
beyond
I
the
wrong?
grave.
Am I wrong, Asia?
Well, I don't know what context. I think I'm picking up what you was trying to put
Yeah,
down.
I'm talking about the son wanting to be the daughter. Yes, that's what I'm talking about.
Oh,
Let's
I
get to the
don't know
point.
how that is a dumb decision. Like
I didn't
I
say
want to
dumb.
play with.
I
I want to
just
play with dolls versus I want to go. I don't know how that equivalent to the same thing, but all of you guys are idiots. I will skip
Whoa, I didn't even agree with
Hey,
that
hey,
shit.
Asia, fuck
I
your
mean,
opinion.
you was about to justify Boosie because he made good water, nigga.
Yeah, listen, man. Boosie a Hall of Fame trapper. Boosie about that shit that he be talking about. Matter of fact,
He
see,
made
Hey,
a
hey,
nah,
hey,
fuck
hey,
that.
hey,
Can
your
we
time
vote?
is
All right,
over,
let's
Fuck
sir.
vote.
that.
Shush. I think
Let's
it's time
vote.
to
Fuck that.
vote.
All right,
Fuck
let's
that.
vote.
Fuck that.
Vote.
When it come to raising my son, the thing that you want to teach your boy is to be about the things that you talk about. Boosie went to jail for shit that he was rapping about. What nigga is better than raising my goddamn child than that?
Hold on, Alton. He beat the charges. That means that shit was all false that he rapped about.
He didn't be the charge. He went to jail for like
Ooh, a liar.
5 years.
I think
All right,
I'm
can we
gonna
vote?
concede my closing argument. I think it's time to vote. Naturally, I'm on the side of the Miami legend, which I'll just keep throwing out there,
You don't
Dwayne
have to
Wade.
vote. You don't gotta vote. Let's start with the most obvious vote, which is Asia's black ass.
who been talking shit all goddamn
Right.
throughout my whole argument. But go ahead.
like even the argument for why people want
Asia.
Dwayne Wade as the primary caregiver is BS. But
Okay,
Hey,
Asia. Quick question,
One,
Asia.
lesser evil.
Before you answer, are there any pros to Boosie raising your son when you die? Are there any pros to it?
if we're basing it just on Boosie, just being Boosie, he will get a dose
And
of
also him paying at 13, him paying for your
no,
son to get his dick
no,
sucked. Is
no.
there anything positive about
that
that?
proves that Boosie has good party planning skills and that he thinks about the person that he's planning for. He's not just gonna buy him some socks.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly. You want a
You're
nigga that's gonna buy
exposing my
you want a nigga that's gonna get an ugly sweater or some
my
shit you actually
child.
want.
You are exposing my child to one.
Exposing.
What?
Exposing. He's getting his dick sucked anyway. He's doing it anyway.
Maybe
Okay,
not.
but I don't have to
Not
enable
if
that.
he
You're
raising
talking
me.
about enablement. Like,
But not you. But not you. Just the male figure in his life is doing that. And just one time. Let's say he just did it the one time, just to like,
Yeah, just
I
to
just gotta pop you off. You know what I'm saying?
share it.
Make sure you straight. I'm just asking if there's any pros to it. That's all. If you
there's
be
no
like,
pros.
yeah, that probably will make my son a
There's
little
no
more experienced and ready
justification
for the
for
world
the
sooner.
sexual objection of our young black boys. There is no
Mm.
justification for it.
So it sounds like I got a vote on my side.
Yeah, you gotta vote. All
All
right.
right.
Somebody
Hey.
suck that baby's dick.
Oh shit. That's funny.
No greater words have been spoken, bro.
Hey,
So does
bro,
that
but
mean
for
that you're
real,
voting Boosie Tave?
my vote would do it. I feel like this it was brought up because it is
Your
question.
vote would be Wade.
I feel like it was brought up because it was questionable that D Wade has a trans son. But let's look at this fact, right? He raised one of his sons is a straight for all you know is a straight male. He raised
As far as you know.
he raised another man's son, his nephew, as his own. He's also a straight male. I feel
As
like
far as you know.
at 13 or 12, I don't think you have no whimsical things about being a girl. I think that shit is. I know I wasn't at 12 or 13, so I feel like that's more so that's what his mindset is. And
But
it's
you're not exposed to the
yeah.
same things. Your 12-year-old self wasn't exposed to the same things as a 12-year-old is now. Like now, trans is all
more.
A 12-year-old now was raised with a tablet, so you can't even compare yourself to that person
at
anymore.
all.
Okay, so we got Tave on the D Wade side. What you got, Shot?
Man, fuck this shit, cause my vote don't matter. You know what I'm saying? This shit like
You
a marathon.
damn right it don't,
My
cause
vote
I'm a
Shit,
don't
real,
master
man.
debater.
Nah,
Shit
but
real.
I think what it comes down to is like with Boosie, I know like any dude who's like, man, I'm gonna pay for you to get some head when you fucking 13 and shit. That life, like being raised by that person, comes with a lot of pressures, like a lot of social pressures.
You
Like,
know.
hey, go talk to that girl, or like, hey, you
Mhm.
better not. It comes with a lot of like other things that are
Sorry.
fuck.
Yeah.
This shit
Don't
sucks.
let anybody take your shit. I'm gonna beat your ass when you get back home.
Yeah,
Hey, go talk to
there's a
that
lot.
girl used to be terrifying, bro.
Yeah, there's a lot of other things that come with that. So it's either, and those things can sharpen you as a person. I'm not saying they're just all bad. They can definitely sharpen you and make you better and be like, fuck, I gotta learn this shit quick, whatever. But in D Wade's case, it's pretty much just all support. Just like, oh yeah, nigga, whatever you
That's
want to
that's,
do,
that's a bad thing too, though.
we fucking love you. You can
Can't,
do no
can't,
wrong.
can't let kids make not even like, and I'm not even saying about the transgender thing. You just can't let a child feel like they have that kind of say so to a
Why?
real support
Yeah, I
anything.
don't understand that. Why not?
Why?
Huh?
Ooh,
They're
Why
younger.
not?
They
They're
don't know shit. They've been here for 10 years. You don't know shit. You can't make these kind of decisions for yourself. You don't
But
know a
I'm
fuck
exposing
thing.
them to it. I'm exposing them to it so they're able to make sound decisions so they can
And
make
he
smarter
and
decisions
Boot
when they get older.
and Boots exposing them to a safe environment where he can get some head.
Wow.
Same thing. You
I,
got the
I
same.
will.
Not
I
the same.
will. I will say, if anything, I feel like Boosie is exposing them to more misogynistic ways. If
Wait,
we're gonna be completely honest with you,
missed it?
yeah,
I'm gonna have
you
to go.
definitely. I feel like if you can't get dick sucked at 13,
all
bro, you
right, all
definitely
right,
grow
all
up, bro,
right.
and be like,
can I
yeah, bro,
vote?
fuck
Can I
these
vote?
women.
Can I
Yeah, go
I
cast
would
my
ahead.
like
ballot?
him to vote because we're
Go
getting
ahead,
too
Shot.
serious on
Because
this
Shot
joke.
didn't cast his vote. Go ahead, Shot.
God damn it. I think Gabrielle Union made that baby gay anyway. But anyway, that's a whole nother conversation. No, I'm just bushing. I'm bushing.
Nah, Gabby Union already
But no,
tweeting
no,
that
no,
shit.
no. Honestly, I'm gonna make my vote count. I ain't gonna be on the losing side. I'm voting for D Wade just because, like, I think positive reinforcement is always better. So if you're in a household that's just loving and nurturing, and they fuck with you and just be like, bro, whatever you do, we're gonna support you in it. I think that'll raise a better person. I think.
Y'all, until that same point, y'all make it seem like if a parent supports their child in something, it's just like, oh, well, daddy or mommy, I want to do this. And it's like, oh, okay. No, most of the time, if it's a concerned or caring adult or a parent, they ask questions like, why do you feel that way? Can you explain why that?
Got
And
you.
if the child gives like sound reasoning for why they want to do something, why would you want to create an environment where they, one, don't feel comfortable sharing with you, and two, like, that's not supportive if I have sound reasoning for it, whether I be 10 or 18.
Well,
Like,
the only thing I would say in regards to like the trans situation of the kid is like if I feel like it went two steps too far. Like it's cool, you feel like you're a girl, like yeah, I'm cool with all of that. I support all of that. But when we talk about like, oh, I want to change my name, I want it, and it's like, no, you can just be a girl. Like you say you were born a girl, whatever. It's girls named all kinds of shit. That's just your name, and now you're a girl. But all of this, I want to. I feel like it went two steps too far. You gave this child a little too much control, just a little bit. They can control how they feel, what they say they want to be. All right, cool. But as far as
but
like you want to start changing things in your life, like no, I'm not gonna let you do that until you're old enough to. You can change your name at 8 fucking when that shit is like appropriate, bro. Like people get
what
dumbass names all the time. It's not a scarring thing. It's your name, bro. Take it. It is what it is.
I think that's more of you just want that authority over your child.
No,
But
it's
if
not even like an authority. It's just like we're gonna wait until you're definitely like maybe you know better than me. Maybe you do, but
I live my life,
fuck, I'm your parent. Unfortunately, you were
wow.
born in an unfortunate situation. I just have to. At some point, I got to do what I think is right. Like
So in the authority
it's
piece,
irresponsible for me not to do what I think is right at
the
some point.
authority piece
I can't
over
just be
my
like,
life.
oh, your shit is all right. Like what you want to do is what we should do. No, I'm an adult. I'm older than you. I have my own reasoning skills, my nigga. Like, nah, I'm not letting you change your name. You can change that at 18. You want to be mad about it, you can be mad about it, but that don't make you less of a girl because your name is Michael or Scott or
It
Steve.
So you're
does.
Like
saying you would accept
Kind of
everything else, but you just feel like the changing of the name is too far, too
just
permanent.
a lot of this, yeah, the changing it and just a lot more permanent decisions. I would be like, hold on, this is too soon for you to be
But the
making like.
whole conversation about me feeling as though I'm a female or I identify as a woman or a girl, whatever, is a permanent decision. Like this isn't like
But maybe it isn't though. But maybe it's not.
That's your perception. But if I'm telling you
But
that
I don't know yet. I can't tell the
That's
future.
not
I
your
don't know if
decision.
it's permanent or not. So if you make it to 18th this year, then it's you.
Dad, you can't on one hand say I support you and I give you love and I back you 100%, and then on the other hand say that.
Where's the line? Where's the line of like a child says that they feel like this? Where's the line where I'd be like, you know what? What do I accept? Where's the line of acceptance where I'd be like, you know what? That's past the line. I can't accept
like you're tolerating and not really accepting, because accepting doesn't have a bound.
What I'm saying, what if my baby come to me like, I feel like a sheep, like I want to be a fucking elephant. I feel like
I'm not gonna question certain things in your decisioning.
If your baby tells you they feel like an elephant, they just, I feel like an elephant. I just feel like
let's keep it to real things.
Bro, why is that not real? I don't understand. Where do you think this shit is going? Where do you think the trajectory of this is? Like,
so you sound like you're about to argue, like, well, if they'll have sex with another of the same sex, they'll have sex with an animal. Like, it sounds like you are getting
to me personally, it just came off like when people say I'm not racist. I don't care if you're black, brown, yellow, or purple. Like there's not yellow and purple people.
But I'm saying if you get to identify as some shit you weren't born as an animal. So you could, I mean, what the fuck? There's a lot of shit you weren't born as. Now, the playing field is open, my nigga, to what you can do.
You want to give us closing words on this, Dave?
I think what to Shaw's point is like, yeah, I can be accepting of it, but it's like I also have to have I have to have a comfortability with it as well. Like, and I feel like
life.
I wouldn't have been able to like, all right, getting the nails done and stuff like that. Like, I ain't paying that for with my money, or dressing in female clothing. Like, that's a stretch for me. I can understand that. That is a stretch. I understand you want to be a woman, stuff like that. But as far as me and my comfortability level, like that is a.
So just say you guys from now on, when it comes to this topic, just say that you're tolerant because that's the social norm to be, but you guys aren't accepting, because that's what it sounded.
I would let you can dress how you want, I guess.
This is where we draw the line.
Wait, but why is it that I can't be acceptable and comfortable at the same comfortable at the same time?
No. I don't mean
comfortable. Why can't it be like, all right, I understand you want to be a woman. That's cool, right? But it's like I have to come around to like, all right, this I'm used to this now. I'm used to that. I ain't gonna just like jump head first into it.
Again, it's not your life, and I think when you and Alton, you might.
But it is my life. This life is mine until you turn 18, my nigga.
It's my money.
Your life is in my hands.
Your life. You provided you.
If I dump a baby if I put a baby in a dumpster and then be like, Judge, that wasn't my life. That ain't my life. What? You're responsible as fuck for that child.
But it's not your life. You're not living vicariously through your child. You don't make all the saves for your child to a certain point. Like I feel like parenting. I don't know. I'm not a parent, so I can't talk on it.
I think but
hold on. Hey, you have young adults that live in your house, right? And they have to abide by your rules, do they not?
Yes, to a certain extent.
But
my rule isn't gonna be how you choose to like. If you identify as a male versus a female, that's not my choice to make for you. That's not versus saying
that, but I'm not making that. Here's the thing: I'm not making that choice for you.
Go wash the dishes because you can't go out to X.
No, I'm not saying. Okay, Asia. I'm not saying that's your choice. Your choice isn't that. But they come in and be like, I feel like the opposite gender. All right, that ain't got nothing to do with me. Okay, now I need you to pay to get my name changed because I want.
Yeah, no, I can't. Yeah, I agree with that. Fuck no.
I'm not doing all of that. You can just feel how you feel. Having a boy name didn't stop you from feeling like a girl. So why is it gonna prevent you from continuing to feel like a girl? I don't get it.
Because if you fully accept me for who I am, why are you still identifying and calling me something that I don't feel comfortable with you calling me? Just like how you don't feel comfortable with me changing it, I don't feel comfortable going by that.
Hey, my chick gonna have to just be mad.
Was something that you gave me. You made that decision for me. I didn't make that.
You're gonna have to be mad at me. You just gonna have to be angry.
I didn't make the decision your gender for you though.
All that shit could be avoided.
From the moment I was born, you made the decision for me how I was going to abide by certain gender roles because of what you think I should identify as.
And this is why you don't give kids the goddamn flow to speak, man. You shut the fuck up. You jet ass,
seen and not heard.
Little ass nigga.
Calm your ass down, Asia.
You've been on this world for 2 fucking years. Shut the fuck up. Eat this goddamn bitch that I got there made you.
Right. What if that baby come in and be like, no, I don't want fish tonight, Asia. I'd like a hamburger. He'd be like, no, you gonna eat this shit I cooked it.
That's what I'm saying. You can't be going over these kids. They don't know shit. These kids don't know shit.
I don't like this name. I'd like another name, please.
I just like to say that y'all made this funny again, and I appreciate that.
I would just say, look, I would just say this. I used to say I don't want to eat that shit either. My mama said, well, either you gonna eat it, or you gonna find you gonna eat it, you're not gonna eat, or you gonna find something else to eat. I ain't cooking no more. And that's just the decision. Like, all right, I don't want to eat this shit, but I have to eat, so I'm gonna do it until I can afford it. Now, if I have my own money to do this shit, I'm gonna go do what I want to do with my own money. Emphasis on my own money. But if I still somebody else to do it, I got to abide by their rules.
I feel like if I had a trans child, they would understand that. They would be like, my dad, like he get it, but he's not gonna like he's not gonna go out of his way and make these like super changes because I said something to him one day. He's not gonna do that. I mean,
because you're gonna keep an open line of communication with him. I feel you, Shad. That's some good parenting right there.
You got
open line of communication. As long as the communication is there, as long as you're giving a child some sense of autonomy to at least feel like their voice is being heard, so they do want to come to you when it's something serious. Like, I think that's more valuable and more important than you just being like no, and they ask you why, and you just like, because I fucking said so. Like, that's not.
That will be happening. That will happen at some point in the crib. You know what I'm saying?
Kind of used to hate that. Do as I say, not as I do.
But I understand it because shit, nigga, I don't feel like explaining this shit to you tonight.
You don't explain it to me at all. You don't know how to communicate, Dad.
Nah, yeah, I feel you on that, Asia. You should always. I'm kind of. You treat kids like you know, like anything else. You explain them. You explain things to them.
Right. But some kids don't. Some kids you can't reason with. Like no, seriously, like, so my kid, like, I don't have to put hands on her. I don't have to hit her, none of that. Like, I can just speak sternly to her. She'll understand, and that'll be more than enough to hurt her feelings, because I know my child. But, for instance, my nephew, you can't reason with that little nigga. Like, you can't reason with him.
Because he was raised by Boosie.
By none of that. Only thing he understands is physical retribution. That's it. That's all he did.
You think it's the parenting? Is that how?
No, it's him. It's
just him.
These kids are different.
If you go through the Vine, if you go to that,
I've never met a child I could reason with. I've never met a child I could reason with ever in my life.
Why am I trying to reason with a fucking child? All right, let's go.
Because you're trying to raise an adult who reasons with people. What the fuck?
Nah, but then again, I don't like talking to other people's children, to be honest. Like, I feel like I have no authority over other people's children like at all. So I don't.
Yeah, you don't. You don't.
You do as an adult if they're raised to respect adults.
You low-key should, but I feel like I don't. And I think they know that I don't. I think they
this nigga skin too clear.
You're not my daddy.
got no say.
How would you explain? What if your child you watch this now, and your child be like, nah? What you gonna explain to him at that point in time? You gonna
the whole watch.
I beat your ass.
You gonna break it down, and be like, you know what? You should watch these because in life you're gonna have to watch them when you live.
No,
right.
If you're teaching them, because it's about the root of why. Because I recently had this conversation with my niece, because she has like 3 chores in my house, and one of them is taking out the trash, one of them is washing the dishes, and then the other one is kind of making sure her room is clean.
Why the boy ain't taking trash?
I literally provide you with food, clothing, and shelter. So your contribution to this arrangement, the lights that work, that you're able to flick on and off, like, that's your contribution. That's the work that you bring in order for you to get on.
And since you opened that dialogue, they were like, okay, well, I'm still not gonna do that. What, you gonna let the lights go off? Because since you open that dialogue, now they can really get your ass. And
then you find what they love and you take that from them. You play psychological warfare.
Exactly. Don't do you open up that dialogue? You got a real asshole child. They can really call your bluff, because you're not gonna let the lights go off, because you live here too. So I still ain't got to do this shit. So now what?
No.
Now
I'm gonna be real. If you got a kid with that kind of reasoning, you did something right. Fuck it.
Man, look.
I ain't gonna lie, doing dishes, like, yeah, you put a roof over my head and shit and clothe me, whatever. Doing dishes, that's like slave work. Like doing
Yeah, see, look,
everybody
I ain't
dishes,
got time for that
like doing
shit.
If that's
everybody,
slave
like the
work,
house's
cooking and
dishes.
feeding you is slave work.
Yeah.
Your ass gonna have to find what to.
Nah,
I
bro,
ain't got
doing the
time. You know
house's
how you
dishes
sell?
is
You know how you
slave.
sell to that shit? Hey, do the dick because I fucking said so. And if you I'll
Cause
put
I'm a
my
beat
foot
your
so far
motherfucking
from your
ass.
ass.
All this back and forth shit with kids, bro. I don't
Yeah,
get, bro.
that's too much.
No,
G.
but Tape, that is reasoning though. Like, get in there and do that shit, or I'm gonna beat your fucking ass. You be like,
I
Call
gave
them,
you gave me
call
the
them.
cause.
If you don't
I
wash the
gave
dishes, your ass will be beat. That's it.
the
That's
cause.
gonna work for Tave big ass for the rest of his life. But some parents are not. That
I
ain't
mean,
gonna work.
obviously, the Asians though type. She's gonna like sit. It's like a flow chart to how she's gonna parent. And a big ups to you, Asia.
I don't have patience.
After going on a white man job and doing all this grueling shit to come home, bro, and have to explain why the fuck you need to do something I tell you to do after hell no, that's too
Hey,
fucking
he did
much.
this. You know he was serious when he did this.
Yeah,
I got
Tave did the
hey,
dad
hell
voice. I was
hey,
like,
bro,
wait, what did
I
I
would
do?
kick some kids out, bro. I might kick a kid out, bro. I might just.
You got to, bro.
and there's not to say that it
That's
was
gonna
have
be
to.
lasting react. I mean, there's gonna be lasting psychological effects of being kicked out.
yeah, like
So what?
there's
Depending
like
on the
a
child, they'll be positive or
line,
negative, but it's gonna be lasting.
obviously. There are lines, obviously. I think we're making it two extremes versus one. But like
So AJ, I feel you. So I mean, I've been imposed to you obviously just for content, but I feel you though. Like as far as when it comes to like, if there's some shit you can't explain, then do that. But not all things deserve an explanation. And I think what
Do
Tave
we?
is saying, like, we're not finna discuss like the minutia of this parent-child relationship like every fucking day. Like
and
we're
just
not
like
doing.
in adult life, you don't explain back and forth with other adults.
You
So I mean
do.
I
You gotta
get it.
explain to your women. That's exactly what I was thinking. You have to explain to
How
your
Talk
do
about
you
it,
women, like,
side.
Shot.
explain?
Get
hey,
on that shit,
look,
side.
you have to
Nah,
break
nah, nah,
things
nah, nah.
down.
Y'all
You
don't
have to
explain
tell her
shit.
why
It
what she
sounds
did was
good.
wrong, exactly what she did. In the moment, you gotta. It's just like a child. You gotta be swift. You gotta catch it in the moment. Say, hey, this is
We're
what you
not bringing
just.
up points that don't need to be argued, Shot. That's
Yeah,
true.
my
That's
bad.
100% true.
Since I got the floor, I would like for us to move on to our second fucking
Thank you. Yeah, let's move on.
Yeah,
So our next one, we're gonna go a little bit light. Hopefully, nobody can make a dissertation about this.
I'm doing this one.
Are you? And I'm gonna give you three options on this one for whoever is doing this, and it seems like Shot versus
Nah, we
somebody.
gotta do two. We gotta do two.
Okay,
Narrow
light
it down.
liquor versus dark liquor. I was gonna offer wine as an
Oh,
option.
bet. Oh yeah, bet. I'm doing
Light
light.
liquor,
I'm doing light.
dark liquor, or wine, and it seemed like Asia put on
I'm
her.
tag me in. I'm in the game.
You want to go first?
I'm gonna since shot took white, I will take dark.
All
Ooh, okay.
Just to
Now
be just to be
Floor
just
is
to be
open.
completely honest with you, right? I don't think Shot has a reasonable excuse for a nigga to choose white.
You're discounting white because white could be tequila just as much as it could be
Just chill,
vodka.
right? Just vibe, bro. Just
it's
vibe, bro. I got
Go
this.
ahead, go ahead. Pop us
y'all.
Oh,
off.
you want me to stop? You want me to
You,
start?
you yeah,
I,
you have the floor shot.
yeah,
You
Yeah,
have
we're
the
gonna do a coin flip next time, but you got it this time.
yeah. So Tay tried to out me, so I guess I'll go in and throw my favorite out there to start us off. Like, I'm a tequila nigga myself. You know what I'm saying? Anything white tequila. I don't do that brown tequila. I'm gonna leave that dark shit for Asia. Bring all the silver shit my way. All that shit with that agave, all of that. I need that in my motherfucking life. Real talk. You know what I'm saying? For various reasons. And really, I'm not even just going, it's not even just about tequila. Like, I also fuck with vodka, you know what I'm saying? A little Tito's in my cup every once in a while, make me a little mule, you know what I'm saying? I live that life, you know what I mean? The only white I can't really get with is gin, but I do know a lot of people who fuck with gin, you know what I'm saying? It may smell like the devil's piss, but some people get lit off of that shit. So I know a lot of people who really love gin, you know what I'm saying? But I can't speak for it personally. But white, to be honest, it's like an upper. You know what I'm saying? When you talk about
Okay.
lick, there's like uppers and downers. You know what I'm saying? And white is that upper. You know what I'm saying? Vodka, get that vodka in you. You go out there, you can really like party on that shit. Brown lick, bro. Keep it G, bro. Brown lick is a downer, bro. That shit is depressing as fuck. That shit is like some. That shit is really like some sit by yourself and sip that shit and think about how you didn't make it type shit. Like that shit. Brown lick is depressing as fuck, bro. Cognac, fucking whiskey, all that bullshit. Like that shit sucks, bro. And it's gonna give you a monster ass headache. Another thing that's every brown lick, bro. I've actually sworn off the brown to keep it a stack with you. No more Crown in my life. Fuck all that because the hangover on that shit is it's irreversible. Damn near. I'm gonna be real. Like you feel that shit.
God.
Nigga, irreversible, bro.
Real talk, bro. That shit is long
Ruin
lasting. That shit is
quality of life.
that shit's like a chronic fucking hangover, my nigga.
So I
Like,
got a question. I feel like you made a strong point thus far.
You
You
did.
feel me? Dropping some language in here. So my question for you, Mr. White, not no homo, no racist. What do you say to the fact that when you try to get other people to drink that white liquor with you, they be like, "Nah, I don't want to drink white. It's gonna have me rip my clothes off and dive through a window."
boom. And my response to that is simple, my nigga. Like, and this happens to me a lot being a tequila drinker, bro, and hanging out with black folks. You bring tequila around black folks, they kind of turn their nose up at you like, I'm good on that shit. And the only response is more for me, my nigga. Like, that means I'm gonna get the proper amount of fucking lit that I need to get tonight. You know what I'm saying? I don't got everybody trying to hit my fucking bottle. So you really just strengthening my point. I appreciate you for the question. Cause yeah, nigga, I need more shit. I need all mine. I need to bring a bottle and leave with my bottle. Like, yeah.
That is the greatest thing when you bring a bottle and get to leave with that bitch and then be this much left. Like, yeah, this is gonna be a whole nother night.
So if there's no more questions, I'm gonna go in and tag Asian with the losing argument for the Brown.
Brown is the cornerstone of the black experience.
You going with this? I like this.
Generations, it will stay around for generations to come.
Mm.
You want a party to get started, and you want a party to end. You're starting if the alpha and the omega. Okay.
Okay.
So we'll just start it off on that playing field. I have never been to a function where they're like, "Oh shit, we taking shots of not brown." Like that's not
Anything but brown.
argument. If it is white there, it's like, fuck, we got to drink. And I guess for you, Shad, that is a thing that for an introvert to keep a selfish shit to yourself, that is your thing. But for party people, which I would hope if you are drinking, you're drinking responsibly and you are drinking with others, because if not, you might have a problem. But like, it's a social thing. Brown gets the people going. I'm pro brown. I'm Black Lives.
Can you excuse me, could you address the hangover factor that Brown gives
It depends
everyone?
because the example that you gave for the brown was Crown, and if you're doing mid to low tier, you won't get that. And I think that happens with any liquor. I don't
That's
think that
mid
I
to
don't
low
think
Crown
tier?
mid?
Is the Crown mid tier?
Crown is mid.
Crown is mid.
Oh
Crown
fuck!
Fuck.
I've decided.
Hey, that bitch is $19.99.
It's
decided.
$20
Oh,
for the-
yeah,
it is.
I'm on the fence again.
Not top tier. It's good. It gets us to where we want to be, but it's not a top tier cognac or whiskey. It's not.
Okay, I'd like to inject Hennessy is fucking disgusting. What do
It
you say
is.
to that?
It is.
It is. That's
But Duce is not that bad.
Duce is
and
the
other
shit, boy.
stuff isn't that bad either. Again,
I-
Hennessy is also on the same tier because it's in the same price range as Crown.
Hennessy $10 more now. Come on now, Hennessy
Okay,
30.
but it's a cognac versus a whiskey. Like it's a bourbon versus a whiskey. Like they're different liquors.
Bruh, and that's the other thing. Like niggas drink brown, don't even really drink all the brown. They just drink like
Yeah, they just
whiskey
drink
and some Hennessy, bruh. They don't know nothing about no scotch.
Well, bourbon
Niggas
is
ain't
also,
drinking no bourbon.
Bourbon is cognac. Cognac and bourbon is the same thing.
Oh, true.
I
Come
have something to
on,
interject.
Y'all remember
Asian
that?
with the goddamn alcohol.
Y'all remember the
and
fucking
shit.
Going to talk about brown, I'm gonna need you to go and get ahead and get down.
I got something to interject.
That's where I'm at.
Go ahead, Joe. Cause I want to go ahead and just do my little.
Oh, well,
I
mine
got
was going
closing
to
arguments, goddamn it. Go ahead.
Oh.
Jake.
Mine is a quick question.
Go
And
ahead.
this is about the hype factor that I asked Sean about the last time. Which do you think is going to get, let's say you're a young black male trying to get bitches, which do you think is going to get you more
Wow.
bitches? The crown, not crown, but the number one brown bottle, which would be Hennessy, or the number one tequila bottle, which would be that Clase Azul shit that everybody's doing on Twitter lately. What do you think would
Great
get you
question, JD.
more presence when you walk in the party?
You're my favorite Parliament member right now because you're asking me great questions. You throwing me hella alley oops. You like LeBron and Wade joint like that. And this is what I would say. I would say white is way more conducive to stepping on young ladies and trying to get you a number. You know what I'm saying? Because I've done it on brown, and like I said, brown just puts you. I think, AJ, you're right. It is something about being black and drinking brown. It just puts you in such a chill spot. But it's not turned. You're not turned. You're just drunk, and you just fade into a drunk nothingness.
Drunken.
You never really like get to a
Nothing.
peak of like, oh, I'm the life of this party, and then I fall.
Damn.
You're always just fucking floating
The-
to nothing, and it's just it's never really like a peak. It's really anticlimactic as a drinking experience.
You
So
right.
yeah, the white is really where you need to be, even if it's vodka, bro. People talk shit about vodka, bro. Get you three mules. You know what I'm saying? You be like, damn, bro, I'm talking a lot around this mother. Yes, bro. That's what you need, bro.
I feel like, and I'll piggyback off of that. I don't think you. I think you miscompared because you compared to
Oh,
Azul. Because
what
again,
would you say is the number one brown one then?
Yeah, it's definitely not Henny. Y'all try to fuck my dog
Oh, I
Asia.
was just saying Henny because when you bring in Henny, everybody's seen it on a rap video and they're like, "Oh, that's the nigga with Henny." Like, that's the reaction I'm looking for. Like,
white it would be Ciroc.
ugh.
Ciroc is a vodka.
I
Right.
mean, that would be for shots, but he's saying for well, what are you
Yeah,
saying?
if you classifying the liquor off of goddamn rap notoriety, then Ciroc would be the number one white.
Wouldn't
Niggas
Grey
ain't
Goose
got,
outdo Ciroc?
who?
Grey Goose, the tall, skinny guy.
Yeah, that shit's
Hey,
sick.
and that's another thing, bro. White got way better marketing, bro. Like you know about Ciroc, nigga. You done seen them commercials
Yeah,
like shit. You know about Grey
but you know
Goose. You
about
done
that.
seen
You
that
know
old
about
white man drinking that
Douce.
shit.
You know about that Douce. It's a whole Douce palooza. It's
But it ain't
literally
no
Mm,
commercial. You ain't never seen no Douce commercial. You
you
see a
have
nigga.
seen a
Look,
Duce commercial.
brown move
It's
just off of
Meg the
word of
Stallion
mouth,
pouring it
G.
down bad bitch's
I
throat.
definitely seen that dude that was in Hamilton walking around with a Crown Royal brag going to his abuela house. I seen that.
I will like.
Tell her go to
Hey,
the
look,
house.
I ain't got no more. I
Brown
just
liquor
got
Yeah,
definitely
I
does not
think
need any marketing, any major marketing, bro. That shit speak for
Listen, it's for itself. It's like a Rolls Royce. You don't walk around seeing Rolls Royce
But
commercials.
I tell you this, Tave. I tell you this, Tave, and I see why I see you
That's
leaning. I
Asia.
see you leaning a certain way. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, they don't need commercials because it's word of mouth. And really, it's just like, but shouldn't that tell you that you shouldn't buy that shit? You know what I'm saying? Because they already know. Look, check me out. Check me out. They already know that it's a brand that you're familiar with, and you're gonna buy whether they put out a shoddy product or not. You know what I'm saying? So
Mm.
white, they at least know they gotta keep, upping the value of their product. You think Hennessy is trying to make a better liquor for you niggas? You think that's why they ain't got no commercial?
not
There's
not
like
even
levels
trying.
of Hennessy. There's
they
Hennessy
got
Black.
Hennessy XO. They got different brands of
I'm
Hennessy
gonna
up
be
there.
real.
Look,
I ain't tried the pure white,
Listen,
but all the other Hennessy's are ass. Every Hennessy I done tried is ass.
except the white,
I've
except the
never tried the
motherfucking
white.
white. Oh yeah, but the
But
white joint is.
I
hey,
will attest
hey,
to
look. So look,
white.
Shad. So being in college, right? Senior year, me and Shad would go have on a bottle of Jose, bro. I used to have a saying, say I got a friend named Jose, bro. He'd never do you wrong.
Thank you.
But prior to that, right? So let me tell you about this experience.
Story time.
We were drinking Bacardi rum, bro. Cup. That little white styrofoam cup you had. Bacardi rum, bro. I got kicked out of Floyd's, bro, that night, bro. I was on the corner of Call Street shaking like a stripper, bro. There was another time, bro, freshman year, bro. I was going down. What was that high ass road right there by off
Cairo.
High road.
Stadium.
Stadium, yeah.
I was running down that bitch, bro. Fuck my whole Joe was there. Joe was fuck
Didn't
my.
see that.
That was on vodka, bro.
Sound like Tave got a vengeance. He got a vendetta. I know where
It
he's
also
voting.
sounds like he was doing underage drinking, and teen drinking is very bad.
Man, I don't want to hear that bullshit,
Your
Asia.
tolerance was
Shut your ass up.
That's a good argument for Brown because if
You
we
channeled that
count
the wrong way.
underage
No.
drinking,
He channeled his vodka the wrong way. You know what I'm saying? He
And
channeled
he did
it
it when
into
he was
stupid
young and
shit.
dumb. He did it when he was young and dumb.
Secondly, thirdly, right? Brown liquor is mostly, it speaks to affluency, right? So if you go to a young lady's house, her dad is usually sipping on some a high expensive cognac or whiskey or some shit like that. You don't never see these old play ass niggas with no white in their cup, pouring a white in a single.
You never will.
You gonna see me. You gonna see me with the tequila on ice, baby. You know what I'm saying? You know
But
what I'm
I
saying?
I'm a tequila fan. I prefer Reposado more so than a regular tequila though.
which is a brown tequila.
It's
Damn,
brown tequila.
Chage. Ooh, that's a strong argument. Y'all ready to vote?
Yeah,
Argument
man,
with
vote,
white
man. Fuck
tequila.
y'all.
Who opinion we saying fuck you to?
I'm gonna start with Alton since he had the least to say on this, and as we all know, he drinks like all the fucking time. Like, what's your plan, Alton? Who do you
Yeah,
pick?
man. So I'm a side with Asia and say fuck child opinion. You know what I'm saying? Because the brown the brown is always make me get down. If you know what I mean. You know what I'm
I
saying?
was
And plus,
about to be mad if you ain't rhyme that.
this is the point that Asia didn't bring up because she can't. But I'm pretty sure that the most BDRs occur when you drinking white liquor. You know what I'm saying?
No, bro,
Yeah.
no, bro,
Nah,
no, bro. Wait,
I got
I'd
empirical
like to say
data.
something. I'd
I
like
got
to say
empirical
something.
data on this, man.
No, you don't,
Empirical
because I'm gonna
data.
shut you down. I'm gonna shut you down very easily. I'm gonna shut you down very, very easily. They
Do it.
call that term whiskey dick. They don't call it vodka dick. They don't call it anything else. They call it whiskey dick.
Anytime I had whiskey dick, that just means my shit just would not go down. Actually, so I'm really, I'm really
You mislabeled that.
Whiskey dick.
Oh,
Whiskey dick is your shit not working. I'm telling you. I'm telling you.
all right.
I'm gonna go ahead and throw my vote in there too because although the brown side is pulling up great arguments, and I'm personally always gonna buy a bottle of Crown and carry into the party because it is the right amount of nice and shareable. So fuck all that. I'm gonna pick white because Shad's
What you
one
talking about?
argument that stood out to me is you never feel like the life of the party on brown.
Never.
Who the
Never.
fuck would be the life of the party though?
I don't know. I don't know, but that's
Yes, you
something that
do.
brown
You
can't
do
offer
want
you.
to be the fucking life of the party. You got to be that guy. Go ahead, Tabe.
What
Cash
say
your
you?
punk ass vote. Better be the right
break
one.
If,
break
if,
the
if it's on me, G, you know it's already fuck your opinion, Sean. Kick that shit to the curb, bro. I can never betray my brown liquor, bro. We brought out my old lady dad a 187-year-old Jameson. That shit the smoothest thing I've ever had. Then he brought out Remy Martin XO, bro.
Yeah.
I ain't never had no smooth ass white, bro, ever in my life.
Let me tell you this, man. All I want to say is I was at a deficit anyway with you niggas arguing white liquor to keep the stack. So even getting one vote, bro, I'm happy as a motherfucker to get a vote. Shouts out
Oh,
to
hey
my boy
yo,
Tabe.
ain't nobody vote for Boosie on my last one either. Fuck y'all.
Well, you
Oh,
kind of
no,
argued
it's
for a
not
crime.
that. But
Can
Sean,
I
it's a
argue
big
for a
fuck
crime?
you in your opinion, bro. It's a big fuck your opinion.
Hey,
And just for the record, I am pro white because I am a gin drinker, but I had to.
ew.
Right, I knew that too. I was about to say Asia be on that gin shit, bro. Like, I knew that.
But
I like it when people argue the opposite of their opinion. It's more funny.
it is.
All right, so we got a fun one. Our last fuck your opinion is going to be pretty fun. Let's see if I can pull up the share screen. Hey, it works this time. So, our favorite R&B singer of the now, Summer Walker, as we all know her here, looking beautiful, nice. She has
That's a
recently
nice dress.
debuted a new look on Instagram and Twitter that people are killing themselves over. Bam. Now she is also beautiful, but in a different way.
She
Who is
definitely looks
more
more
fun,
Asian.
the original Summer Walker or the new Summer Walker? Let's call her Winter Runner.
Winter.
Is this is her with makeup? Is that just the difference?
This is her with makeup and her new nose job.
Does she have makeup on in the other one?
That ass do
She
look fat.
has makeup on because she's at an award show, but she also has face. Is that a face tat? I can't tell.
Yeah, the face tap.
Yeah, she got a face tats removed and all that.
So I had somebody say something. Well, let's decide who's gonna argue it first.
I'll keep the pictures up until we decide who's
Wow.
arguing. I'm gonna be neutral on this one because I just think she's fine, even though she's crazy.
Tave, you gotta go.
I don't think she made. I don't know if she got rid of her face tat, but I will say I'll take the original Summer over. First of all, Summer always been thick. That body always been right, turned in right in the 90 degrees, bro. That's been Summer Walker's body, bro.
It looked like
I didn't know she got her cheeks done and her nose done and her chin. She's giving me very Asian.
I don't know if this is a great fuck your opinion, but what I have had to say, I'm fucking busting to get it out. Somebody said on Twitter that like this picture, Summer Walker is like women are going more towards like the tranny aesthetic.
I
like,
was gonna say that.
Like make themselves look like lady boys,
like transsexuals. Jesus.
She was like in that video with this chick. This chick Nikita Dragon that if you remember, like last year in the pod, I posted her like holding like 3 butt naked niggas with a leash on. She apparently is a transsexual woman, and she's the one who did Summer's makeup in that pic. And they were saying they look exactly alike in it, which kind of leads to your point of how women are starting to look like transsexual women more than actual women.
Like transsexuals figured out makeup like a certain way, and now that style of makeup is being used by like regular women type shit.
So I mean,
so who's arguing?
I'll argue if nobody wants to take it. I'll argue the new one.
All right, go for it.
Okay.
Yeah, go for it.
All right, cool. Taking an old.
I'll go first since I'm the one who brought this in. Summer Walker, as we know, is somebody that people think of as a bad performer because she's going to leave your shit. She can sing well, but you might not get that from her when she gets there, and she's antisocial. I think this new Summer Walker with her makeup appeal and new nose is trying for a new audience, and she's gonna get some crossover appeal, and she's gonna drop an absolute banger. Because people don't take these pics unless they're planning to drop something. This is a rollout. I'll take questions.
The yams do apply to both Summer Walkers, am I correct?
I will need to research that as Tave is talking, but I do believe that the yams have not been touched up.
Okay. It's very important if the yams are equivalent. Asian, you ain't gotta make that face. Ass is important. Ass is a very important feature. But the face you make, you ain't gotta say a damn thing. The faces you make, the hate you give, goddamn.
I will say also, the new Summer was in a video, and she looks as good in the video as she does in the pic. It's not like some crazy lighting or angle shit. She looks good, and that is my argument. New Summer for president.
I'm gonna take the old Summer. I was gonna take it to, for my defending argument. I'm gonna be like, don't be that little Kim, baby, and with plastic surgery. There was
all she did was a nose, Tave. Stop judging women.
Hey, I'm not judging you. It was nothing wrong. There was nothing wrong with someone before. She didn't have to change before. I think she was beautiful just the way she was.
I think she did have to change her attitude.
But does a new nose change your attitude?
Yes, because women, when they want to change their life, they cut their hair. So for her, she just cut off a little bit of this nigga nose and gave herself let's say a Kim Kardashian nose.
Wow. Yeah. I fix your face, Shad.
I'm just saying, damn, she cut off the snossage? You talking about cutting?
I ain't gonna lie, that was my favorite part about Old Summer was that like I draw, so I look at like facial features like that. I like the bulb nose that like black people have. It's random, it's weird, it's something I can't bring up without context, but I like that little point. She's starting to look like Michael Jackson to me.
She almost had the original Michael Jackson nose.
I argued against myself.
Hey, but I think I got the Michael Jackson joint, bro, because my shit pretty fucking bulbous, nigga. Like my shit, I be looking at my shit in the mirror.
Michael Jackson. I'm talking about the pointy Michael Jackson.
Oh yeah, I got the black Michael. Yeah.
Summer had the black Michael before she changed her shit up.
Exactly. Damn, I keep arguing against myself.
So
I think it's time to vote. Yeah, this was a fun one. Let's not dig too deep into this.
I'm gonna vote first real quick, man.
Please.
Dave, I was leaning your way, my nigga. Like, I was leaning your way, but you didn't make no arguments. You just was like, oh, she looks good. It was very like PC, like, oh, be yourself. Um, so with that said, man, I still gotta go with Tave, man. I'm gonna fake it out a little bit. I'm gonna fake it out a little bit. Still gotta go with Tave, man. The original Summer just got that look of like awkwardness that I need, brother. I need to put my penis in like immediately. I don't want that like dolled up, like super fucking. Oh, this is the best I could ever look in life. Nah, man, give me the regular you that's kind of got that social anxiety.
Original Summer look like she's very pullable.
Correct. Yeah, I take original Summer for sure.
Asia.
I'm also gonna go with Tave for the original Summer. But I will say the argument with the whole Lil Kim thing. Lil Kim was also a part of very heavy domestic violence, which is why she had to, maybe not as much as the corrective surgery that she had to get, but she had to go through a lot of corrective surgery for her face. So we'll just preface it with that. Obviously, I don't know if that's Summer Walker's case, but I just wanted to clear that up for the Lil Kim argument. But I like the original Summer. I didn't think anything was wrong. I like her Negro nose with Jackson 5 nostrils. I thought it was cool.
Shit, but when Lil Kim got in the doctor's office and they was like, all right, bitch, let's fix this eye. She was like, well, let's fix this nose and let's talk about this chin real quick too.
And these cheeks.
The cheeks, the eyes, the nose. She just wanted. So yeah.
Let's get our last vote. Alton, where you at?
Oh man, niggas know where I rock at, man.
No, we don't. That's why you're voting.
No. But now I'm gonna go with the original Summer Walker too, just because I don't like extra dolled up women like the point that y'all was making. I feel like flawless women are actually guys. So yeah, I'm gonna go with the original Summer Walker.
Like Tracy Ellis Ross, bro, she never had to get nothing done with that eye. That bitch still.
Bro, Tracy Ellis so damn fine.
Honestly,
bro.
that eye is actually look good by now. The eye is kind of a plus.
I'm looking for somebody that's gonna age like Tracy Ellis, bro. That's what I'm looking for.
And
that's what I'm in the market for right now.
And another thing to speak to what I think it was what Shad said. I like oddities, let's say oddities, like unique things about people's appearance, like a gap or you got a scar on your forehead that you could easily cover up with makeup, but it's like, nah, you just a bitch with a scar on your face, and that's cool. I like that.
Imperfections is what they call stretch marks on that ass. Niggas like that.
Oh, even more so than just stretch marks on her ass. Like I think of myself as a character artist. Like I draw characters, so I look for like defining features in people, and defining features are much more sexy than she got a fat ass or
I don't like stretch marks on her ass. I like for her to not like it so that I can love it. So I could be like, girl, what did you talking about these?
Okay. Y'all
flip it on them, Shot.
The stretch marks y'all like. Y'all like it on the ass, but you don't like it on the stomach. So
no. I'm saying I don't prefer it anyway. I don't give a fuck where it is. But if I'm fucking with you, so I like you. So like, if you don't like it, now I love it. Now I want to show you that I fuck with you.
But hey, real quick, Asia, have you ever dated a man that's tried to change you? Like, oh, I don't like this about you. Let's try to change it, make you into a different, change your any type of way. Niggas like natural.
I still ain't got no ass for real. But even when I didn't really have no ass for real, I never had that issue.
You still don't.
Niggas let you slide, Asia, and I don't know why. I don't know why niggas let you slide.
I mean, Asia said that shit like she built an ass and she got this secret like process.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Asia, that's why she made that face of shy.
Asia in 2009 to 2015 was a different set of ass than what I have now. My ass has grown. So we're talking about
still like plank off his head.
It's not astronomical, but it has grown.
So Asia, was your booty bigger when you had the cheeks, when you was all cheeks and you had that weight on you, or you still didn't have that shape back then? Is it the squats?
What year was what?
That was like 20. That was when we was in Whitehall. I remember that for sure.
I didn't. So it was weird.
So it was like 2011.
I had like a shape in high school, and then I lost it, and then I kind of gained it back, and then I lost it, and now I'm where I am now. So
you didn't lose it; it was just by comparison, probably.
Did you run track?
I didn't.
You should have ran track. You look like a track runner. You ran track back in the day. That's what I would have guessed. If I
made you look like she was in the bowling club.
Asia didn't like she run no. Asia don't have long legs. What makes you think she
But
likes
it
to run?
don't. It ain't about long legs. I mean, she might just be a little speedster. Her little short ass. She might just be quick out the
If
box.
anything,
But I
she would do
thought-
gymnastics.
Yeah, whatever.
Nah,
Like
she
a
in
volley-
student government somewhere.
I definitely was a student government, but that's not the point. My
Asia,
point
Asia,
is,
Asia was president of Young Republicans.
Hey,
Ooh.
well, we
And
had a
treasurer.
vote. We had our vote. We had our vote, and I think it was unanimous. Tave, you got
It
something you want
was.
to say to JD? You got something you want to say to JD?
Please.
Hey, Joseph Daniels, fuck your opinion.
Hey,
I don't like how he did
Hey,
that.
that's my favorite
That might
part.
be my voicemail.
that was a perfect one. That was a great round off.
It was.
All right, let's move into our last topic in lieu of our quick hits. We're gonna pass this over to Alton, who's got a story to tell.
I do. So I was sitting back thinking, me, Tave, and Shad have shared, many a story about a product called Blue Chew, which is a male enhancement.
Sponsor us, sponsor us,
Hopefully,
sponsor us.
future. Hey, there you go, JD. Good shit.
Yeah. But yeah, you know what I'm saying. It's a male enhancement supplement, and we don't rely on it, but we just kind of wanted to see what it was about. You know what I'm saying? See what the fuss was about, and notice any changes in our sexual performance.
But before you finish, did y'all niggas notice anything?
Yes, I did.
Tave, yes.
Yeah, slightly.
Slightly. Yeah. I mean, we can talk about this on another episode, but yeah, I definitely did. And that'll be another story for another day. But so
Challenge.
yeah, so I thought about a specific scenarios, like if a woman, noticed that a couple of these packages were laying around, and for the last couple of weeks, I've been noticing these Blue Chew packages around. I looked it up and I see what it is. It's like, do you need that in order to, have sex with me? Do I not turn you on enough? But then I thought a little bit deeper. I was like, well, what if there was a similar product for women, and you noticed that she was taking that in order to have sex with you? How would you feel about it? Like, how would that affect you in your ego, or how would that make you feel as a man if you notice that your woman was taking supplements, just to have sex with you? So I pose that question to the parliament.
So quick story, right? So I bought the Blue Chew, and to an extent, my dick was hard, but I feel like my dick is always hard. So
Great story, Tave. I love this. Go ahead.
and to that point, I also bought the I thought it'd be fun for my lady to try it, right? So I bought the blue, the red, the pink kitty, whatever the fuck it is.
I mean, did you buy the pink, the red? Goddamn.
Right, nigga had every color ready on the
Yeah, right. Like blue dolphins, baby, like ecstasy.
Yikes.
So I have no issue with women wanting to use it.
I think something
I'm
wrong with
actually
it.
intrigued if they want to use it.
The question is, what if you noticed that she was using this every time that y'all were having sex?
Yeah,
I wouldn't give a
Every
fuck.
time? Every time.
It wouldn't work. After a while, you would build up a tolerance, but I don't think I would give a fuck.
Well, Tave's super secure, but insecure guy over here, I'm gonna have some goddamn questions. Like, okay, when did this start? Was it that time that I thought that I was killing it, or was it some other time? Like, you gotta give me some benchmarks here. Like, you can use it, don't get me wrong, but let me know if this is me or if it's performance enhancing drugs. And if that's the case, then bitch, you got some explaining to do.
Shy, what's up with it?
I want to hear what Asia got to say about the opposite, about the Blue Chew situation.
Yeah.
Like, what your buddy was.
Oh yes,
I was like that she's taking it every time. So that means he would be taking it every time. Okay, cool. Yeah. Okay.
No, Shaw, you round it out, and I'll give mine. I'll be the voice
fine.
of reason.
Okay, fair enough. So I would think, honestly, bro, because being good at sex isn't really on women like that, I would think something's wrong with her. There's no really reason for me to like feel away. I would just be like, what's wrong with you? Like, especially if we fucking like a lot, like if we fuck regularly, So it's not like we don't fuck like that. And when we do, she got to take this little pill. Like, then I might feel some way. But if we have like a healthy sexual relationship and she take that, I would be like, I don't think you need that, baby. But if it make you feel more comfortable when we do things, then that's on you. I mean, whatever.
That made me think of the story that Shaw was telling us about the woman who smoked too much weed and her vagina gets dry.
Yeah, dry
Lube.
cooch.
Episode 3.
Cotton coochie.
Cotton Coochie, episode 3.
Yeah, so that's how I feel. I wouldn't really feel no way about it, just like Ted.
For me, one disclaimer: I've never experienced someone on. Well, maybe I have. Who knows?
You don't know. You don't know that shit.
I don't know.
You can pop that bitch in the bathroom. Say, I'm finna get it. I'm finna get her.
They gonna Paul Bunyan. You ain't even know it.
If it's a every time thing, okay. I guess I need an explanation of what the blue chew does. Does it?
Viagra.
Is it?
It's Viagra.
Is it
It's
a stamina thing? Okay.
It is Viagra off-brand.
Okay.
Her
So
dick
it's
is
a
hard.
stamina.
Not off-brand, different brand. Sponsor us.
Okay.
Dick
So
just
it's a
hard.
stamina inducer, like it increases stamina.
It increases your libido, so it makes you want to.
So it makes you more
All
like.
what it does is it
Yeah.
makes blood rush to that area. So it sends it sends more blood to that area.
Stop trying to get a spin-off show.
Making your shit rock hard.
Yeah.
Okay. I would definitely question it if it's something that he's doing every time we have sex. I would question myself because it's like to insecure Joe point. Like, is it me? Do I have a broken vagina? Like, what is it about me? Like, we would have to have a different conversation. And if it's not really doing what you need to be doing, if I'm still not coming and you using these every fucking time, we might need to have a different conversation because it's like, what's the point?
And then he could just eat that thing. He could just eat that thing. Then.
But what if you're having immaculate orgasms each time he pops it?
Hold on, I think Asia got something to say.
Because I'm tired of niggas thinking. I don't know who was on the male conference board when they were like, oh, if your dick is having an erectile dysfunction, just eat it. And that's gonna be the cure-all. It's not.
Right.
I know the difference.
Sure.
I know the difference and I know what you're doing. We were having sex. We were having penetration sex, and then you stopped. And
so why is it not a good substitute? Like, why isn't it a good substitute?
What if I do the combo? What if I do the finger and the mouth combo?
That's still not dick. That's still not.
I don't understand the difference.
It's because women get to have two different sexual experiences on the surface and on the inside, whereas we only get to have one.
You did it because your dick broke. Don't blame me because your dick is broke.
Ain't nobody blaming you. Ain't nobody blaming you. We flipping you on your back and eating your pussy. That's not blaming you. I'm not blaming you.
I'm gonna blame you. I'm gonna blame you.
Hey, do y'all who take it though? Do y'all feel like if you take it too consistently, it will break your dick?
Out there, do not think that.
Yeah, I would say that. I would say like don't use it. No, because your body could get used to it, and now your dick is like expecting it, and you don't want that to happen.
Right. And also other effects
like
too.
Meth.
What are some of the other side effects of this blue chew thing? Like
none. There are absolutely no side effects.
Viagra.
There are absolutely no side effects to Blue Chew. They're a fucking great company. They got great people working over there.
Sorry.
It's a great drug, bro. It's a wonder drug.
Honestly,
I
would buy more if I could.
I met president of Blue Chew. He said I had nice skin, so that it's a really reputable company.
Okay, but I remember you brought this up
skin compliments this
in our pre-meeting. Alton kind of brought this up, and he switched it up for the show. But in our pre-meeting, he was kind of like, "What if your lady came to you and like she saw Blue Chew rappers like kind of." Right. You had tried to discard one and she saw it and was like, well, what is this? I done seen like 2 or 3 of these. Like, what is this? You know what I'm saying? I
can freak it.
We would have to have a conversation. Like the conversation would need to be had. Like, why do you need these? Are you using it for? Is this? I have questions.
I mean, I would just be like, damn, baby. I mean, it's just like video games. The game a little more fun with a cheat code. You know what I'm saying? I'm having a little more fun when
I'm doing this for you.
But you didn't win the game. You still losing at the final ball.
I won the game. I won the game. Niggas can say I cheated. Niggas can be like, bro, you ain't win for real. You be like, shit, I saw the end credits, nigga. I won the game.
Hold on, Asia. What if on these Blue Chews this nigga is rocking your world? You still gonna have an issue with it?
Like it's a noticeable difference.
know.
Ooh, yeah. What if you see it and he stopped taking it? You be like, oh damn, this is a drop.
I can tell the difference. There ain't no side effects, baby. We might. It's time for the percolator.
If you really you just crush it up in a nigga drink and bring it to him, he think it's all him. He be like, oh shit.
Hey, so hold on. I got a story about that one too, right?
Different today.
So back in undergrad, it had to be like we was in sophomore year. We was living in down under. D was like, yeah, man, go get this horny goat weed and just put it in the Hawaiian punch or some shit to give it to your lady, right? The black ass, I try it. The shit still flows. She trying to take. She's like, what the fuck is this? She's like, no, I'm not taking this at all.
Yo, that could have went so wrong. She dropped the trick. He's trying to roofie me.
And Tay probably told her what it was too. Like,
I did. I like it's horny goat weed. My nigga said get you right.
That's not even some shit it sound like you want to take. Like
horny goat weed is hard to explain. Those 3 words together, like
right? It's like whoa.
Okay, but what if the situation now that we're talking about blue chews and it's supposed to be an enhancing drug or an enhancing supplement that you take? What if it's I have to smoke weed before I have sex with you every time, or I have to drink before I have sex with you every time? Like it begs that conversation of like. Why
do you need to be inebriated in order to
have to or like to?
That's still the same thing, bro. Like I don't really like for a person to have to be in a certain mind state.
Yeah,
to have sex with me.
Okay, is it the same thing? Okay, question. I got a question now. God damn it. Is it the same thing as somebody who's like? Cause somebody asked me this recently. They were like, "Oh, why do you always wait till like nighttime, like when we about to go to sleep before you like initiate something? Like, why don't you initiate like throughout the day? Like, why don't you?" And I'm just like, I don't know, because I feel like that's when it's supposed to happen. Bitch, I don't know.
My libido spike at exactly like 3 o'clock in the morning. So like if I'm sleeping, now I swear to God, like if we might not have sex the night before.
Show us your birth charts. No,
but like at 3 o'clock in the morning, like when I roll over and I just feel ass and like all that shit, like my shit be stupid. Then like that's just when my libido spike, like just naturally. Like
I think it's just conditioning, bro. Like you just conditioned. So
that seems like you had a great experience with that particular thing happening, and your mind just associated the whole deal with it. And it's like Pavlov's dog. Once you hit a bell,
like,
you start
for instance,
salivating.
If I have any company over my house, bro, I'm going to drink. If anybody comes over here for anything, like for an extended period of time, like, hey, I'm coming to chill with you. I'm going to drink. I'm going to do it. Like, just because I feel like I have to. Like, it's a social thing. And I feel like, oh shit, they on the way. Like, let me pull up real quick. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Get loose.
Why, but I do it. Smoking's the same way. I feel like I fucking have to smoke, you know what I'm saying? Like before I eat, you know what I'm saying? Like it just depends. Like sometimes I'll be like, damn, after I eat this shit, I want to smoke. Or sometimes
I thought you were framing it in the context of somebody coming over, and in that space, you kind of take something from me where it's like if I'm meeting up with somebody, let's say, and they're like the possibility of smoking is there, I'm not going to smoke beforehand, because then that's just going to be like 2 different people on 2 different levels. Like you kind of have to smoke with somebody, whereas you could take that shot 2 or 3 shots beforehand, like, oh, that's going to loosen me up, and then we're just going to go from there. Like it seems like smoking is a more social experience than drinking, unless you guys think different.
Every time thing. If we're talking about the act of we're about to have sex, we're about to have relations or whatever, and every time you have to take a blue chew, or you have to smoke, or you have to drink, like it begs the question.
You don't really like that person. Yeah, you don't really like that person.
No. It's because she making that
right. I don't know. Go ahead, say that again. What you said?
She making that nigga use a rubber. That's why he gotta do that shit.
Gotta get my mind right, man.
Right. That's why. That's what it's for.
No, I mean, I feel like it's all just kind of, I don't know. I feel like it's all conditioning, bro. To be honest.
True. Probably.
I think that's a good spot to stop it. We got a nice.
The Parliament's challenge. Everyone take a blue or a pink chew and see how and give a review.
And give a review.
Hey, I already got my review.
I would have to
locked
be
and
able to
loaded,
get
my nigga.
pussy to do that.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie, and I got like I forgot to cancel the thing, so I got like 4 Blue Chew packets like just sitting around the
You got
house. Like,
subscription service?
You
bro,
forgot.
you gotta pay per month, bro. Like
Yeah,
I
gotta
just
pay per
canceled
month,
that
yeah.
bitch. I just canceled
They
that bitch.
don't just do Blue Chew, by the way. Like they do like hair meds and other like vitamins that you can do generic and then just selling shit. But their
Like
main product.
in the corner store gas stations and that like before you get to the checkout and they have those pills that I thought it was something like that where it's picking
Nah,
It
up.
is
it's like
something.
an actual. I mean, similar, yeah. But
Yeah, but
you
But you
actually
gotta
have
send
to-
in. You gotta send in your like information about yourself. You just don't go pick that bitch up off the corner. Like,
There's
oh,
like an online consultation with a doctor who will like give you a
Yeah,
prescription.
okay. So now I have more questions because you guys went through all that and like now it's like, all right, bro.
Yeah. He would have had to like.
You had
Yeah.
to go through it.
I didn't have to talk to an online physician, but you know they do make you put your information in, your health information, see if it's like if you're like a healthy person,
Mhm.
and then they prescribe it to you. So technically, it's a prescription.
That's a lot.
Yeah, it is a lot. It is a lot.
I'm the type of nigga.
It do fucking work. That shit will make it. I'm telling you, your shit.
it's a lot. It's a lot. But guess what? That nigga giving you a lot of dick too. So
And
guess
honestly,
what?
what if
you
it's a
don't notice how-
placebo effect though?
It could be. It could be.
Definitely
But I've
do.
had girls compliment. I've had girls not compliment, but comment on it and be like, "Hey, tonight something wrong. Something your shit is like, what's wrong with your shit? Your shit just won't like. What's up? I don't know what's going on."
That shit loose. Yeah.
That's the common response from women. I think I might have had a Blue Chew experience and I didn't know it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because you just be like, damn,
Whoa,
your shit.
that's a
Why your
new
shit
level
just
there.
up at attention? Just we
Yeah,
just
like,
finished.
we
Why
doing-
your
we
shit
just
still?
on-
Yeah.
And he just giggle. He just be like,
Do you need to tell somebody that you took a Blue Chew?
You know how I get down.
I don't think
You know
Well,
how
My
I
shit,
do it.
stay ready, man. You know,
Right,
it's
yeah.
just how it is.
it's-
My daddy was
it
like
wasn't
that. You know, we just
the
running
next
jeans.
time it wasn't a follow up like that. It was just
Right.
the
Right.
So
The
you
next
said,
time
wait,
it was regular
do,
degular.
do,
You know what I'm saying?
do you need to tell a woman that you took a Blue Chew before, like, let's say this isn't your lady, like you just about to fuck somebody that you've been fucking with or whatever. Like, do you need to tell her that you took a Blue Chew, or is it like,
Fuck
can
no.
this be a surprise?
Ain't no disclaimer for her. All she just receiving pleasure. She don't need to know nothing else about that shit.
She ain't got to accept the terms and conditions.
Of what?
That's just
No, I'm
like
just talking
telling her you rented a dick. You be like, "Hey, I had to rent this dick off of off of
Amazon
Craigslist, and
real
I'm gonna
quick,
give you,
right.
but it ain't mine. This is other niggas.
This
You
is
don't
a
wanna do
Patent
that.
pending on Rent a Dick app.
for 5 days. This is a rent to own.
Hey,
This
if you
that hurts me.
Hey, so do you feel disrespected? You should feel complimented.
Foreign shit.
I don't know if obviously I don't know. I can't say a yay or a nay for sure if that's what happened, but like
If you did find out,
if I did find out, I mean I'm not fucking with this dude no more, so it don't matter.
I'm gonna be
Whoa,
real.
I was
That's
say
a
you
misnomer.
Damn.
That's a bad move. He clearly thought it was like, I gotta show her some shit.
He
Let me
wants
pop
to
it.
He wanted
please
to
you, right? It
impress
should be
you.
a compliment. It should be a compliment. Like,
He
damn, this
wanted to
dude really
impress
don't
you.
go all
Leg
out.
drop.
He wanted to impress. Correct. Impress is a good word. He wanted.
Damn,
To
you hard as hell, boy. Nigga can't even
What's
take
the
drugs
question
to
again?
impress your ass.
Like your question was like, would I care? And the answer is no, I don't care.
Well, oh yeah. Well, it was kind of like, would you feel a way about it? Like, how would
Yeah,
you?
like what the fuck?
And hold on. I call cap because if a nigga give you grade A+ dick on the first go round, you definitely gonna double back and see what that's about again.
Yeah,
So you
but
ain't
I'm
like
saying
you gonna,
now, present tense, current. I'm not fucking with him no more, so I wouldn't care if he told me or
Right.
not.
Right.
okay.
I think a similar thing is like, what if a girl got the little throat numbing spray and he was like, "Good God, this shit."
Mhm.
She was
Throat
like,
numbing?
"Oh,
How much that costs?
actually, that doesn't." You know, she'd be like, "Oh, I bought a product for that." And you'd be like, "What?"
And you wouldn't give a fuck. You wouldn't give that
Yeah,
one
you
fuck.
wouldn't give not one fuck, right? You
Yeah.
just be
Go
like,
spray that shit again.
Honestly, I might run into that performance issue Shy was talking about. Like, oh shit, you took that from me. Now I gotta perform.
yeah, but
Wait,
that
so
shit
that's-
exists. I don't know if that shit works though. Throat numbing, I don't know if it works, but
that sounds horrible.
But from what I hear,
Oh,
bro,
backfire.
any performance issue, bro, is all mental. It's never a physical thing, bro. You just have to be in the zone for that shit.
Yeah,
that's why we practice. That's
Friday
why we
Night
practice
Lights.
like That's why we practice like we play. Ain't that right? Ain't that right, Tig?
Oh yeah, I practice like I play all the goddamn time, bro. Real.
We ain't got time for that shit.
My dog table Southpaw. Gross.
Y'all niggas sick, bro.
Please end this episode.
Y'all niggas are
All right.
sick, bro.
This has been an amazing, very long and very insightful episode of the Parliament Podcast. I hope it'll be up by the time the next one's filmed. You guys got anything to say before we go?
Nah,
Try
I really hate y'all niggas.
Shot trying to show us the bitches in the background. I see.
I was trying to show you my bike, bro. I bought a
I
bike today, bro.
got a bike.
I thought you
said
couldn't
were
find
gonna
a fucking
steal the
bike.
today.
Bro, as soon as I speak it, bro, I knew as soon as I told y'all I couldn't find a bike that I would find one like the same
Where'd
day.
you find one, bro?
Facebook Marketplace, my nigga. I was just.
Oh yeah, that'll do it.
You know what I'm saying?
There's a murderer outside your window waiting for this video call in.
That'll do it.
I had to drive way to Clearwater to get this shit after work, man.
Damn, that's like a 30-minute drive, ain't it?
40 minutes, nigga. 45.
Was it a good deal though?
Oh yeah, he had it advertised for 300. I got that bit for 150 real quick. You know what I'm saying? So I'm happy.
300? What you doing, bro? You Lance Armstrong?
Bro, bikes expensive as fuck, bro. I've been Googling bikes lately, like looking up bikes on like Walmart and just doing the shopping shit on Google. Bikes are fucking $500. Bikes are $800. Bikes are fucking retarded.
For a decent bike, yeah.
That shit's crazy.
Shit.
All
All
right,
right, we're gonna
people.
deep dive into the bikes next week.
We're
salute
not.
to the listeners. Yes, we fucking are. I'm writing it down now. All right, we out, y'all.
All right, y'all.
Stay
Yeah.
black. What the fuck are y'all doing? What's going on here?
Yeah,
The
niggas.
Jason Derulo sign out.
Hit him with the flex. All I think was the flex, bro.
Nah, Dave, that's the dolphin.
Peace
Damn,
out.
I need this.
Nah.
It's like,
All right,
it's like a
G.
bad train wreck. I can't hang up. I'm just...
Right.
Oh man.